We are live. Welcome everybody who's joined nice and early. This is an exciting time right now. Like I guess you know what, I should probably start off by introducing my co-host before we get started. We got Shako King over here. I know you see that beautiful logo. Very tiny, by the way.
Yeah, I am pretty tiny.
Yeah, not in person, but in logo, right?
I wish I were tinier in person.
More so in the midsection, right?
Yeah, really.
No, how you doing, man? I'm thank you for doing this, by the way. When you reached out saying, "Hey, are we gonna do something?" I'm like, and you're like, "Come on." I'm like,
yeah, come on.
And I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah. It wasn't that hard to convince you, but it took
No,
a little bit of effort.
I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do, but this is kind of a big deal. I think one of the reasons why it's a big deal is because, not just because I made a video on it, but like a lot of people were questioning whether or not draft was going to die with Pokemon Champions, because we weren't exactly sure what or what quality of life changes would be made or taken away. And we found, now we have a good idea. We're about a month in. I think we're a month in. Is that right?
Yeah, that's crazy. It's almost a month. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and the meta has definitely developed quite a bit over the time, since it went from like major Garchomp stuff. Now it's just click Rock Slide and win, right?
Yeah, really. But
unfortunately,
but Singles is dead. Singles is dead for now.
Rip Singles. I know. Like, I was talking to all the Singles guys that you all know and love, and you know a handful of them too, like Joey and friggin' Freezeye and stuff like that. And like, and they weren't exactly optimistic about it. And I think that like there is a possibility they're gonna add the features that all y'all want, but it's gonna be a bit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's just, the game is like pretty bare bones in certain areas, so you would think there's going to be more development in those areas in the future. It's like customizing like private battles. Like there's one feature for singles and one feature for doubles, so you would think they would give you more options. So I'm hopeful, but it's still sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but I like I said, optimism is hope is a powerful thing, right? So hope can keep us going, and that's what we kind of had before Champions was released, and now it is released, so we kind of got what we wanted. And one of the reasons why we're able to do this today, actually start the Ditto Draft League in Pokemon Champions, at least in the game, is the fact that you are able to transfer Pokemon as is from Pokemon Home to Champions, so you can have the right abilities, the moves. We've all grinded resources in the games already, like Scarlet and Violet, Sword and Shield, and so on. So it's kind of punishing us for, it was going to punish us for doing all that. So the fact that we could just transfer in as is now, build in game, and then now we just add extra 1 point of SP, right? Because you have one extra. Yeah. That's all it takes, right? So yeah, exactly. It is definitely doable, and the VP is flourishing right now. It is flowing, right? So
yeah, I have like over 50,000. So like,
oh, wow.
I feel like I'll be able to keep up, hopefully, with this draft league. But we'll see. It's the very first one in Pokemon Champions, so it's like, yeah, we'll be like the guinea pigs to figure out like, what are we like overestimating, what are we underestimating in terms of like capabilities and resources. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, but there could be struggles that we don't anticipate coming.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and like you said, we're the first ones to it, so we're gonna find out some things that we don't like, and we're also gonna, because we're the first ones there, hopefully people are really excited, because I think all the draft lovers have been waiting for something like this, and I think that they're not gonna be disappointed, because we got 14 other YouTubers, which is 4 more than did we only have 10 last season?
I think it was 10. Yes, it was 10 last season.
Yeah, we got 14. We have a few returning, and we have a few new ones too, so I'm really excited. You were there last season, I was there last season, and we'll eventually go over the difference between the 2 seasons and how we'd have to kind of like adapt between Scarlet and Violet and then Champions, which we do have a few things to mention. But do we want to get into the teams now, or do we want to...
I'm excited. I'm excited to reveal the roster. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about that yet. We don't know who's joining in.
Well, we know too.
Kind of guesses of who they think are going to be in this league, or who's coming back, who's going to be the new faces. I have no idea. Yeah.
Well, I know it's you and me at least, right?
Yeah. I will officially say that I am joining this league with a new
surprise. Logo. Surprise, everybody! The people doing the stream are playing.
Yeah, crazy, isn't it?
I'll try to get to the chat the best I can, everybody, as we go. I know you guys are kind of chatting a bit, but if you guys have anything to say or any questions, we could kind of address them as we go. What you think of the rosters, who you're excited to see, something like that. Let's keep the conversation going because I do like to talk to you guys. It's nice that I have a friend here with me on stream as well. But we are going to be joined by a handful of the coaches as well. Some who could make it, some who couldn't. But, well, the ones who can't, they're not going to be here. So, but yeah, so we're going to have a few guests come on, and I've got Shulka here. So let's reveal the teams. Are you guys ready? Woo, drum roll.
Yeah.
Drum roll, and here they are. Look at all those logos in all their glory. So just to introduce some of the players, I'll just go over the names and the team names, and then maybe we'll go into a little bit of who each player is. But first we got, and this is in the draft order, by the way. So the draft order was, the draft has already taken place. So we're going to be going over to the teams. But this is the order they picked in. So Scutizi, no stranger to the DDL, was there last season. We have Amo, no stranger to Draft League. Every single player here has done Draft League, which is really cool, actually. So we got Amo, Montreal Ice Cube, Jordy VGC, was not part of DDL last season. Actually just got his feet wet in the one last year, I think it was. So he's a little newer, but he very capable. Diet Type, Minnesota Lycan Wolves. We have Konami, the defending champion from last season. We have from the DDL, won everything. Beat John Luke, beat Justin Tang, beat me. Well, actually, he didn't beat me, so technically I won.
He beat me. He beat me.
Well, obviously, no, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, he beat you. Hey, well, you beat me, so it's like this circle of like everyone's better than the other.
Yes,
right?
I like that.
I didn't win it, but I beat him in the regular season, and you beat me. So technically, we all win.
Beat Justin, so I'm better than Justin. Is that
yeah, literally, that's how it goes, right?
I'll take that.
No, that's wicked. So next we got Robstar Z, a friend of mine and new to this, no stranger to Draft League, but new to the DDL. Chuckle King is in the call right now. 6 Foot Hacks is here. Standard VR, myself, Viz, OG Albina, Numb Nexus, and Alex U Splash, who also joined us in the first season of the DDL, looking to bounce back from a little bit of his adapting to what Draft League is different from VGC. And my question for you, I guess, actually, just to kind of get things rolling,
yeah,
what do you think the biggest difference between Draft League and just regular laddering in VGC? Because it's both closed team sheet, but what if somebody wants to ladder or is laddering and really enjoys it, but they're like, I want to play Draft League? What's the biggest difference, would you say?
Ooh, well, you already know, like, the 10, 9, 11, however many Pokemon your opponent has, so you don't have to prep for considering Charizard Y if, like, your opponent doesn't have Charizard Y. So you can really cater your sets and your EV specifically to your opponent. If your opponent's fastest Pokemon is base 110 speed and you have a Sneasler, you don't need to run max speed. You can run enough speed outspeed the 110s, so you have more room to invest in your bulk. So you have a lot more options in move customization, EV customization, but you have to consider that your opponent also knows that information too, and they're going to be considering the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the craziest part too. Like, people go in with their own game plans. Oh, I'm just going to do this. And they go in and they're like, what? How did they know? Well, guess what? They're prepping for you the exact same way you're prepping for them. So it's kind of funny how it works. But it's funny because when I do laddering in just like in game, I treat it like I'm playing Draft League, but I have a roster of 230 Pokemon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And so do they.
Yes.
You know, so same thing. You like, okay, well, what's their fastest Pokemon? Like you would against a team of 10, they have a team of 230, right? So the fastest Pokemon they might use or they might bring might be Mega Aerodactyl or something. So I need to outspeed 151 or need to be at base 151 kind of. So things like that. But the players though, like I know that I don't know a lot of these players or a handful of them because they were kind of like, you kind of helped me a little bit, kind of message a few people, inviting them just to kind of fill out the rosters. But like, I know probably about half of these players, and I know the other half probably just from watching them casually. So I'm really excited to this. Who are you most excited to kind of, I don't know, watch? I know you've seen a handful of them so far. Who are you looking forward to watching the most, other than me?
Well, other than me and you, of course.
Yeah.
But this is, I believe it'll be Jace Dietite and 6 Foot Hax's first time in doing a VGC Draft League, so it's going to be interesting to see how they approach it. But honestly, when I ran SPL Season 3, we had half the roster of singles players that some of them had VGC experience, but most of them had very minimal experience. But for the most part, the players did pretty well in the Draft League. So even though they don't have a lot of doubles experience, they have Draft League experience. And I think that's like just as helpful as having VGC experience. So I'm excited to see how Dietite and 6 Foot Hax utilize their teams. And I think they both have very cool teams.
Yeah, for sure, and we'll get into those teams shortly, for sure. We have a handful of really, really scary ones, and a couple of the rules allowed people to draft those scary ones more so than normal. Mm-hmm. But I think probably the most exciting player I'm looking forward to seeing this season is because I've watched him for years, and Viz I find to be like one of the more creative Draft League players. Yes. And the scary part is he plays teams very unorthodox or very different than you would expect. So to draft such a strong team as he did this time around scares me even more, because like you have to prepare for vanilla, but at the same time you have to prepare for what he could do as well, like just being a little sneaky. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Viz play in a league like this, in untested waters. None of us have really done this before, right?
Yeah, this is the first time anyone's done anything in Champions like this with the limited item decks and limited Pokedex. It's very limiting, but it's still draft, so you still have the options to be very creative in your builds.
Yeah, the fundamentals are still there, but yeah, the items, oh my goodness, there aren't many. They're definitely... Wait, guys, they got Oranberry in the game, and they don't have choice specs. What is happening? So... stuff that we've done in the past, and everybody has their own signatures. So, but let's dive into the actual... I guess we'll get into the rules first before we get into the rosters, because you might look at these rosters and say, wow, how busted was this? What was the point allowance? What was the roster size? How did they get this? Well, the rules might actually reveal a little bit too. So if I get into the next one here, so we're not going to go over all the rules because some of them kind of obvious, like obviously like snake draft 1 to 14, then 14 to 1, in the Discord that we all have, right? We all post the stuff that just, it's being played on Pokemon Champions, best of 3, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to go over all that. So the main rules, the Cole's Notes version of what you really need to know as a viewer is there was no tier list. Pick whatever you want, whenever you want, no restrictions. Was this a major mistake? Shuckle King, go.
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, there's not that many Pokemon. And honestly, I mean, again, because this is like the first time we're doing a Champions Draft, it's like hard to know what a good tier list is going to be. So, I mean, this Draft League should be like a good indicator of what is going to be good or what's not going to be good for future Draft Leagues.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? My friend Spades, actually, they do quick tours, right? So their Draft League is only like a week long, right? Or whatever it is. They do the draft really quickly, and I think they did 14 drafts.
Wow.
I want to say. Yeah. And I actually got a little bit of an indicator of who was picked early, and I think I don't want to misquote it, but like, believe it or not, because he asked me in a call one time just casually, he said, who do you think was picked in 14 of 14 drafts? And I'm like, how many? He's like, there was like 7. And I went, oh my goodness, well, Sneasler. Oh, wow. And he goes, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Charizard Y? And he goes, no.
Wow.
And I'm like, excuse me? So
maybe you just have bad people drafting. That's insane.
But the fact, and we'll go over it a little bit too, of like what things went later than I thought. Like I thought it was going to be the objective first overall pick was going to be Charizard Y, at least most of the time.
I think the first overall pick was the one I expected.
Yeah, after thinking about it for a bit, yeah. Well, yeah, we'll talk about it. So the no tier list is what the draft was. It's going to be 7 weeks in the season. Top 8 teams are going to make it out of the 14. So it's very little wiggle room, very little room for error. So if you lose 1 week, that could be your season. Week 1 is just as important as week 7. Schedules are out, so we'll have to see exactly who drew who, but I'll let the players maybe discuss on their promo week exactly what they're doing, what their thoughts were for their teams, but we'll go over kind of exactly what we think momentarily. So the second set of rules that we have here, it's 10 Pokemon per team. So that means there's 140 Pokemon picked with the limited decks like you mentioned already. I do feel that the no tiers was a good idea personally. I've done one before. I did a league called the YouTube Draft League, YPL. Or sorry,
Okay.
YouTube Pokemon League, so YPL.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
And yeah, and we did no tier list in Reg H or Reg F. It was insanity.
Oh, Reg F, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, it was. Prep was bananas. Like there's no like, oh, he's got like his 1-pointers. I might be able to prep less for those. No, the 1-pointers were like Torkoal. Like,
Yeah.
like obviously it's not a pointer, but like the last pick of the draft was like, the last round of the draft was like, I don't know, Salamence, Torkoal, like, you know what I mean?
That's
Insane
nutty.
Pokemon. Just because there was no restrictions. So, but not much of a problem here. 6 transactions for the season. I think we're having a couple of grace moves we're locking in by today, but I don't think anyone's going to make them because they love their teams. But they have 6 transactions to lock in before the end of week 5. And then we also, it was a good thing somebody asked this in our general chat for this league, is they were asking, what if Pokemon Champions add something like items or whatever it is, like say Life Orbs added in Reg M-B, right?
Yeah.
So, and I think we just kind of all agreed, yeah, any ads or changes or anything like that, we're not gonna kind of use them. So we're just gonna ban them. So
Yeah, I think
Just-
makes sense.
yeah, because like certain Pokemon, like for example, like I don't know, like Choice Specs, Sylveon just got a whole lot better, didn't it? You know?
Or if you get like Flame Orb for Conkeldurr.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Life Orb for Sheer Force users and so on and so forth. Yeah, so yeah, we'll have to see what they do, but hey, we're locked in. The rules we got in MA, or what we're going to be rocking for the season. So for the season, let's go into team number 1. First overall draft pick went to Scooteezy, and this is the roster he concocted. The first, I guess I can get into a little bit of who the player is. So Scooteezy has a YouTube channel. He does pretty well for himself. He is based in Australia, so he's going to be a scheduling nightmare.
I don't think I play him, so I'm fine with that.
I have to look at the schedule again. I don't remember, but it's always good to play him. I played him last season, and it was a lot of fun. It was really close. Yeah, so he's based in Australia. He basically covers VGC events. He's very, very knowledgeable of the ongoing meta. He likes to cook a bit. I know he's rocking semi-poor right now. And he's been doing it for a few weeks, so he likes to think outside the box. He's not locked into traditional stuff. And you can see that a little bit with the team that he's going. And first overall pick, Mega Floette. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's not surprising. With how strong the Fairy Aura ability is with Mega Floette's stupid special attack, it's stronger than Xerneas. So the fact that this is allowed is crazy for like this low power type of format. So yeah, Mega Floette's gonna be hitting like a truck.
Oh, for sure. One thing that Floette needs, at least on the in-game ladder right now, is a lot of the correct support. Because people are targeting it down so hard, almost like they were in a draft league, knowing it's coming. So, do you feel that he got enough support with this draft?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it was not fair that he got, as we know, it's not fair that he got 2 redirection support Pokemon in with Friendguard in Mousehold Ed Vivillon. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're to just set up the +6/+6 with your Mega Floette and then click Dazzling Gleam, the game's over.
Yeah, well,
And
I think one of Floette's best partner right now is Mousehold, right? And you got it.
Yeah, and then you paired with Fake Out support from Blastoise. You could Baton Pass Calm Minds and Speed Boost from Espathra into Floette. You could pass a Shed Tail into Floette. He has so many options to make Floette shine, and I think he did a great job building his team to make sure that Floette is going to be the kill leader of the season.
Well, and it's just so people know, I actually have the Pokemon in order of when they were picked. So just to give you an idea, Floette was picked first, then Mousehold, then Mega Garchomp. Blastoise, we got the Vivillon, the Espathra, Orthworm, Tauros Blaze, Ceruledge, and the Medicham in that order. So his last pick of the draft rounded out was the Medicham. Basically, like, you know what, like, it's a lot of the stuff was gone. He was telling me that he got sniped a little bit throughout the draft. The progression of the draft.
Yeah, it happens when you get the first pick. You're picking 2 in a row, and then you have like 26 picks of not picking something. So yeah, a lot of Pokemon are going to go in between the picks.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, right? So but you know what's funny though, his 5th round draft pick made me laugh so hard based on one of the comments in the draft. And was it Diet Tight that said it?
Yes.
So just so you guys know, I didn't know he was a comedian, but apparently he is. He made me laugh so hard. I was sitting there on my couch during the draft, and he picks Vivian, and he comments, and he goes, "This is the type of greed that they talk about in the Bible." And I could not stop laughing because he justified it by saying he picks all the redirection, all the friend card users, and I was dying. So that was awesome. I think this, we got the right people in the draft league as well. Like when it comes to who's participating, willing participants, just to have a lot of fun with their content, the creative building, and all that fun stuff. And he's got a singles background, so I don't know what he's gonna do. I am not familiar with the singles background players and strats and stuff, so
yeah,
we will have to see. Let me see. What else do we want to talk about this team? So I actually have another page open that nobody else can see. Haha. So based on the speed, because like one of the things we like to look at is roles on a team. So we look at fake out users. He looks like he's got what, two of them, Medicham and Blastoise, 2 redirectors in different ways. So if you're running into grass types, maybe it's the Mousehold with the follow me is gonna redirect. If there's no grass types you're worried about, maybe it's Vivian and you're going for the Rage Powder stuff and Sleep Powder.
Just go for Compound Ice Hurricanes and also take care of the grass types with Vivillon too.
Yeah, Vivian's pretty like, people ignore it and they shouldn't. Like, the base power of Hurricane is so powerful. Yes, it only has 90 special attack, but the fact that it's not gonna miss, well, it would miss for me every time, but
of course, yes.
Yeah,
and has Sleep Powder too.
Yeah, I'd miss by 97% accurate Sleep Powders too, so there's that. But may the odds be ever in his favor for the season. So he's got the rolls, like, and let's look at the speed tiers. So his max speed is Mousehold at 111, and his lowest is Orthworm. His only Trick Room setter, unfortunately, is the Medicham. Oh, Espathra as well, but they're not exactly ideal Trick Room setters. Yeah. But one of the things I noticed, one thing I really like in a draft Pokemon is keeping them guessing. So Fake Out and Trick Room on the same Pokemon is so valuable, because like, do I protect? Do I pivot? Do I quick guard? Do I whatever, right? But then they're going to set Trick Room. What do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you know, so
Yeah, no, I think his speed is like pretty in the middle. Like, I think Mousehold is your fastest Pokemon is pretty slow, considering you have like a lot of the 120, you have the Megas that are 130 plus, like Gengar, Mega Delphox, Mega Arrow. So you're not going to be outspeeding them. So if you go for Tailwind to try to outspeed them, then Vivillon is like okay, I guess, as a Tailwind user. It's kind of slow when you have Whimsicott, Talonflame, both the Aerodactyls. Volcarona would be faster, Mega Dragonite would be faster. So like, it's not the fastest Tailwind user either. And then the Trick Room modes are also kind of limiting. So like, speed I think is generally an issue for this team.
Yeah, I think that he probably has the tools, and he's got a little bit of bulk too. His average defense is 89, average SPDF is 83, so that's, and the base stat total's there. He's got stats on this team, and he's got a bit of setup. So I think this team, like, you got the Calm Mind, you got the Sword Stance, Bulk Up, Iron Defense, you've got the Speed Boost stuff, and then you've got, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So this team, I feel like this team might have some transactions throughout the season based on, I'm not saying he should. He might. People always have a better vision of their own team than me looking in. But I do feel like this is a team that might be missing maybe one piece.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we even mentioned it. There's just a Garchomp sitting there at pick 3. Like, yeah, it's probably not going to Mega too much when you have Mega Flow out as an option, but even itemless Garchomp, yeah, it's going to be hitting pretty hard with Spread Earthquakes, Rock Slides. You can't run Scarf on it, I guess, but itemless Garchomp is still like pretty strong.
Well, that's another thing I'd actually, now that I think of it, and I blame you for this, because I forgot to add it to the rules that people might want to know. One of the rules, I blame myself. I'm not blaming the guy that is joining me. It's your fault. It's everybody's fault but mine. If you drafted the Mega Pokemon, you also had the option to draft the base form. If you drafted the Mega version, you are not able to hold another item. You have to be holding the Mega Stone. You do not have to Mega, but you have to be holding the stone. And if somebody else drafted Garchomp in the draft, they are able to hold any item they want except for the Mega Stone, the Garchompite, whatever the hell it's called, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So again, just to let people know a little bit, because I forgot to mention at the beginning. So this Garchomp can be a base Garchomp, does not have to Mega. So one cool thing about Garchomp is it's 102 base speed before it Megas and drops to what, 90?
92. Yeah.
92. Yeah. So you can choose basically if do you want the output and offense, or do you want to stay fast and go hard, right? So that's kind of cool there as well. But one of the hard things I think teams are going to struggle with this season is if you drafted multiple Megas, who is coming to which game and which one is going to Mega.
Yep.
And I think that like this team, you're okay with the Garchomp not Megaing, and you just Mega the Floette. And Floette also might not Mega either if you wanted the physical offense on the Garchomp. So do you think that might be a problem for some players who drafted maybe too many of them?
Well, I think we have 1 to 4. I think is the Mega variant. So the least amount of Megas are drafted was 1, and the most that were drafted were 4. So I think for the people that drafted 3 or 4, then you might have like a more difficult choice. But it also depends if the base form works outside of a Mega.
Yeah, and we definitely know who some of those are. Those who really love their Megas, right? The Blastoise here, like the Mega Blastoise was picked as well, but I do think Blastoise has enough utility. Garchomp is very good in its base form. Floette definitely wants to Mega with its absolute massive stat boost, and like Floette and Mega Floette, sorry, Floette and Eternal Floette, there's a big difference in stats between those two, so it gets a bump there. It's stronger and actually has better stats than Florges. It's Evo. And then you get the Mega, you get another 100 points. So you don't necessarily need to Mega this Floette, but it'll definitely be game dependent. So I'm looking to see exactly how he goes about that. Do you think that he has enough type variants on this team? We talked about the actual. Sorry, I'm trying to get my other screen up here. I just don't see it.
Yeah, there's like he has like a couple fighting types. Like the last 3 picks, like. Yeah, like I feel like the last 3 picks were a little bit weaker, but I think he has like I understand why he picked the last 3. Like he wanted an Intimidate user in Tauros, he wanted a Ghost type and a good Fairy answer in Sarrowledge, he wanted Fake Out and like just a pretty good Pokemon in the last slot. But they have a lot of overlap, so sometimes overlap is good because you can overwhelm your opponents with the same typing, but you have like less versatility in your like abilities to resist hits and such. So there's definitely pros and cons, but I at times depends on the typing, but I like stacking fire types. I think is a pretty nice strategy. Stacking fighting types is good, but like I think Tauros and Medicham are like different enough that they can still function in the same draft.
Yeah, and the cool thing is I think with his fake out users, and he's got 2 of them, right? So Blastoise and Medicham play very differently, right? So depending on which one you want to run, I think your water type is very nice to have it on, because you're probably bringing your water type most weeks, especially on a Mega Floette team for the steel resist. But being able to bring that Medicham just to kind of set up your Trick Room, just in case you wanted to go a bit slower one week, maybe your Orthworm is your win condition, maybe you're going to go for your Sarrowledge, bulking up and stuff like that. So we'll have to see exactly how he plays it, but I'm excited for it. He had a really good season last season, and unfortunately his last week kind of played a bit of spoiler. I don't know who that was, but it might have been rhymes with May Fingles or something, you know, but sorry, not sorry. But that is the first team of the draft. We're going to move on to the next one. But let's get into, we have Amel's team. It's funny because that is not the transition I was expecting from this slideshow. That is so funny. Works. I was just throwing up like, sure, flip, whatever. That's funny. Before we go on, let me just see exactly who's saying something in the chat right now. Alex is definitely an Alex U Splash lover right now. I'm loving this. I'm a big fan too, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. Good for the draft community since pick order should be close to tier order. Someone needs to make a board. Yeah, there's a few boards floating around, so you could definitely find some. Getting involved in the community, people are definitely floating it. I found a prep doc, which people were asking for a while now, and somebody finally made one, so I'll be including that in my videos moving forward. Yeah, Alex picking last was rough. He basically was stuck with the wheel pick after the first 13 picks, right? But yeah, and then people said May Mingles. Alex has been calling me May Mingles for a while now. But this is so did you want to talk about Amel? I am not super familiar other than just watching him play.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Amel and I have been playing for a long time. Even like in in Showdown leagues before he uploaded on YouTube for sure. We played in the same Showdown Draft League. That would have been IPL, which was my second draft league ever, like 10 years ago, 11 years ago. And that league was ran by Automatic, who had the draftleague.nl website for like 3 or 4 years. That was like maybe the greatest draft league resource that was out there ever. Rip to that website. But no, Otto's doing well. But Amel, yeah, I knew him like one of the longest out of all the people here. He's one, probably him or Viz, I would say, are the most creative battlers out there that I've seen. He finished 3rd place in Shuckle Premier League Season 3, which was our VGC league. Like, he finished above Pokemon, he finished above Cybertron. So, like, he's definitely someone you don't want to overestimate. And we played together in a BBL where we played in playoffs. But fortunately, I got the win there. But I think we're about 50-50 in terms of games there. So, Amel, someone very scary for sure.
Well, and yeah, let's see if the scariness actually helps out, because his team works for him rather than him working for his team. I know that's something that Wolfie coined a while ago. Let your team work for you rather than the other way around. So let's see what he's got. Starting off the draft with Mega Gengar and Liepard. I love that duo. It is so underrated. It was very used. It was actually probably his best partner in 2016, I think it was, VGC 2016 with Mega Gengar, because people are running the Encore with the Whimsicott right now and the Disable with the Mega Gengar. But guess what? Liepard also gets Encore and Fake Out and Snarl and other things, right? So anti-weather, like, it gets both of them. So I think that is when I saw that, I'm like, I see you. I see what you're doing there. So
I just don't know if he could have gotten that at round 4 and 5. Actually, probably not. I don't think he would have. So if he really wanted Liepard, I think you have to get it in round 2 or 3.
Yeah, and that's something that I say regularly on my channel when I'm telling people about draft. If something is that important to your draft, pick it early. If there's no replacement for it, like if your plan is Liepard's it, I need Fake Out and Encore and Prankster on the same mon, if that's the only one that does it, get it second, right? Because if you need that, but if you're sitting there going, you know what, I want Mega Gengar, I can pair it with Whimsicott or Liepard or Meowstic, then maybe you can leave it for a little bit later. So that's kind of what I do. But the Dark type next to the Liepard, I think is, next to the Mega Gengar, I think is fantastic. And also just having the Fake Out there as an option, like Fake Out Perish Song, Fake Out whatever, right? Like, I know you can Will-O-Wisp and things like that, so I'm really curious to see how he plays it. Arcanine was a really nice piece as well, I felt, just getting the Intimidate to go with the Mega Gengar as well. You can definitely tell there's a theme with this team trying to support his top Mega, which I think is a great idea. Noivern for the speed control and the Dragon type, fantastic. He's got the low end of the speed spectrum with the Hatterene and the Fairy type. And then he went for his, completing his Fire Water Grass with the Torterra, also grabbing the Ground type. Vaporeon, then Snorlax, my beloved, base form Scovillain, and the ever rising on the ladder Passimian right now with the Defiant ability. Managed to grab his Fire Water Grass core, didn't grab a Steel type, but
yes.
But one thing I wanted to mention is, and people don't know this because this was part of the draft, that round 6 was insane with ground types. They all went, all of them. It was almost like the first one went earlier in the draft. This might have been it. And then everyone's like, oh crap, I need a ground type. And then boom, 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 boom. Like, so.
Yes, it was crazy.
Yeah, and I guess we'll get into when you got yours when we do your team. But I got sniped like 5 times in that round alone.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, and the one I really wanted was picked right before me. So that wasn't fun. Jordy actually, who's playing as well, just mentioned don't sleep on Receiver Passimian to keep the shadow tag up. That is a fantastic idea. Receiver is very underrated. Where are you with that?
We don't want to be giving these ideas to Amel, do we?
Oh, I think Amel already knows about them.
Oh, yeah, he's right here.
Oh, is that Amel?
Yeah, you could join. So hello, hi, I'm Amel.
Oh shoot, Amel, how's it going? You know, it's
funny.
funny.
I didn't waste my turn, so I did.
No, that's good. Thank you for joining us. So yeah, like I guess we can kind of just ask you what your kind of inspiration was for this team. Nice to meet you, by the way, other than in DMs.
Yeah, hello. This is how I sound. If you didn't know, but yeah. So
Canadian
you saw my
too.
team right here. The first pick is the Mega Gengar because I was second. Floette, I was fine leaving because I don't want to use my Floette for the draft. I want to save this for preferably Indie. I'm thinking of using Floette myself.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want to change my Floette every single time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And also, originally I was arguing with Mega Stormy, which is a new pick, and obviously, you know, Stormy, huge power spread. So I was like, do I go with the good old Gengar or the new Stormy? And I went with the tactic of, if I have it, no one else have it. And I would prefer not fighting a Mega Gengar, personally.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, you could have gotten Mega Starmie and Mega Gengar. Who's stopping you?
I guess, but you know, I'm not too
You had a
fond of the Omegas currently. And yeah, like
That's
you
fair.
saw earlier with the Liepard, exactly, it packs a whole lot of utility, which I know it sounds early, but yeah, I just really wanted to secure it. Not
Yeah,
taking the
Shuckle was
chance.
talking smack. He was talking
I'm talking
trash.
trash.
He
I
was
wanted
like,
it for my team.
he said
don't
it
want
was
you
like
to
the
get it.
worst decision ever. He's the worst player. No, he didn't say any of that.
Oh,
But
of
So
course.
basically, with these two alones, even if they're not together, you only have one of them is on the field, I can control a lot on the field, like Gengar preventing switches while being super fast and strong, and Liepard can use, you know, stuff like Fake Out and then priority status moves. Obviously, Encore and the water moves are the big one, but this includes moves like Thunder Wave, Taunt, and even lower option moves that can still work, like Charm to lower a physical threat's attack, or even moves like Fake Tears and Screech to make them more frail. And I think one of my favorite one, I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull it off, but you know, like there's this weather move, like, and I have a Skull Villain, which normally is for redirection, but a Sonic
I
Chlorophyll
saw
set
the
is
Sunny Day
possible, and even better, if you have two like, let's say you have a dragon and a fire, and you're like, I don't care about your Skull Villain, well, you will not be happy to see a combo of Spicy Prey into Foul Play.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Stab Foul Play with that combo is awesome. People ran it with Murkrow back in Scarlet and Violet. It was really, if you weren't ready for it, it was definitely something that people could do for sure, even against special attackers, right?
Yeah, because still doubling your attack while lowering your defense, that's a lot.
Yep. It's like a duo kind of thing that Foul Play works. You use the double attack and then they get the defense drop too. So it's almost like you're increasing your damage times 4, essentially, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
No,
Or
that's awesome.
if I feel lucky, I can run Moody Skull Villain.
Yeah, we don't
And if I
talk
feel
about that.
even more lucky, I can then use Receiver Persimians to have another Moodymon after Skull
Yes.
Villain fails.
Oh my goodness. All right, so do I play you this season?
I don't. No, you don't. I checked
Oh,
the
that's
schedule.
funny. No, you've got a really cool team. I could definitely tell you got your cores, you got your roles. So if we look at, just to kind of wrap up the roster, because like we're gonna be here for a
I can do a
long
quick session
time.
on the rest. Basically, Arcanine is just, you know, the standard intimidate guy. I couldn't get Incineroar, but Arcanine is faster and has more utility thanks to his speed. Noivern is the standard fast Tailwind setter, which as a bonus, as Frisk, we're not playing with open team sheets, so being able to reveal
Yep.
the very amount of item that it is amazing. So like, I'll know if you have the sash, if you have the scarf, maybe like a resist berry.
Or you have Telepathy too. I could see a couple uses of Telepathy in Noivern as well.
Yeah, Noivern's really
The only spray
sneaky.
move I have will be like Vaporeon Surf, or I guess
I'm
Snorlax
thinking
Booming. I guess
Self-Destruct
there's that.
Snorlax, Sludge Wave Gengar.
Yeah, I could see that as well. And then Hatterene is just a Trick Room setter. I do have a couple Slowmons like Snorlax and Vaporeon and Torterra. Torterra, the ground type, access to White Guard, which can be very useful, or
Mhm.
Shelf Smash Sweeper, maybe. Vaporeon, pretty limited as a water type, but it's pretty tanky. Can do stuff like Yawn and Flip Turning Out.
Well, the water absorb's really nice too, right? You could just, if 1 week, you could just go with your balance core and those things, they cover each other very nicely, right? So all 3 of them. So very nice grabbing those 3 specifically. Because I always say that a fire, water, grass core is not all fire, water, grass cores are created equally. And I do think you got 3 nice ones. They have all got enough bulk and they all cover each other very nicely. So you have enough to cover the ice weakness. You've got the electric and the grass to cover with the other 2. So yeah, very, very nice. I love the contrast between speed tiers you have. You have solid trick room modes, solid fast modes. You have turn 1 offense. You've got disruption. You've got redirection. You've got literally the whole package. So very, very nice job with your team. Any final thoughts, Mr. Shuckle King, towards this team and Amel on what you want people to know and fear you?
Oh no, it's Amel's a very creative battler, and getting Leopard, like, he has so many options with that Pokemon to pair with the rest of the team. It's going to be scary to see how you use it, but I'm excited, especially how well you did in SPL. Like, I have high expectations for a good record here for Amel.
Yeah, it's not Upa Unbound this time, but Mega Gengar will do.
Yes.
And I'm very thankful.
I had both Upa Unbound plus NDD female. So
Yeah,
pretty...
I'm thankful it's not in there right now. I'm actually very thankful to Game Freak for not putting Indeedee and all the terrain setters in day one. I think we've all gotten a little bit of a break from Spam, and we all say thank you.
Yes.
But thank you, Amel, for joining us. It makes it a lot more fun when the actual creator of the team themselves join. So thank you very much, and sorry for ignoring you for the first little bit.
It's nice. Okay. Say also, yeah, thank you for inviting me. So yeah, thank you, Choco, for reaching out to me about this.
Of course.
I'll be happy to go be my third BDC League ever.
Yeah, and I hope to admire your team from far, so thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna up for now. I'm gonna leave you guys for the rest of the team, but I'll continue watching from the outside of the call. So later, guys.
Beautiful,
Later.
thank you. Awesome, what a nice fellow.
Oh, he's great. Yeah.
I hate his team though.
Yes.
I want to go check. He said that I don't play him, but I don't believe him. But no, that's cool. I love the rostered Liepard. We kind of got a break from it in Gen 9. It wasn't there, so people forget how good this thing was. So I am glad to watch this thing play other people than myself. The next team is none other than Jordy VGC. I actually forgot to put VGC in the name, but so what? He's not here, is he? He actually said the last message. So he's here. Okay, so I know Jordy from, I actually met him in Toronto, which is, we actually had Korean barbecue, and we got to know each other pretty well, so that was really nice. He's a very, very nice guy. Just watching his channel and stuff like that and getting to meet him in person, very, very nice guy. And I think one of the narratives he wanted to get as many flinches as possible at that regional, and he was just like, I think he said that he was testing, what was it, King's Rock Surging Strikes? Or something like that. Jordy, you're here now. Were you running actually that, or was it just a funny thing? Surging Strikes with King's Rock.
Hey, you can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
you.
All right. Yeah, I did bring King's Rock Urshifu.
Nice.
Wait, you brought it to the actual tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I thought it was just a joke, but no, you did it. That's awesome.
It was full on paralysis with Raichu, and then Fiery Wrath plus Rock Slide plus Surging Strikes. It was great.
No. That'd be
Yeah,
so
it's
tricky.
biblical levels of evil. That's for sure. But yeah. So let's just talk about the team a little bit. So Jordy, do you actually mind if I read exactly what you sent me when I asked for your like player history and draft? I thought it was really awesome and insightful. Can I just read it?
Go for it.
So I asked Jordy VGC, I would like to know your draft league experience, just how you'd like to be introduced and things like that. And he says, draft league experience, super luck, draft league second place, end of draft league experience. So I thought that was really funny, and you are a very funny person. You make me laugh regularly, but not when you're on the field playing. You're a very, very strong player, and you run a lot of interesting sets. So let's get into the team you're going to be rocking this season. You started off with Badge Legion Male, getting the water type right out of the way, your big-time adaptability damage. You got the Farigiraf to support the rest of your team. They're not 100, like, maybe it stops the Sucker Punch right off the bat, but I do like grabbing a couple of different modes early, and you did that right off the bat. Mega Kang, Mega Clefable, you got your Excadrill, so you're getting your ground, which is very nice. Then you have the Rotom Mo, sorry. You have the Armarouge, which is very good. A lot of people only like it with Psychic Terrain. I think that's a big oversight, so I like that pick. Mega Gyarados, so your third Mega. Conkeldurr, no Flamor, but we can see exactly how you're going to play that. And to round out the draft, you got Salazzle. Where are you at, and what would you like to reveal about your team other than what?
All right, I do got a lot of weird picks here. Maybe not a lot of direct synergy, but I see you got Mega Kang as like my team lead there. It's Basque Legion. Let's be real.
Oh, I just wanted to put Megas there. Actually,
Yeah.
full disclosure, me and Shaka were talking yesterday, and it was basically whatever the best image we can find was.
Yes.
So
all right, all right.
however it fit, and also let's just do megas, and it's like, oh, we can't do that one. It was actually Farigiraf for you originally, which is funny because we found a really good image of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. That was nice.
It was pretty cool. So where are you at with this team, Jordy?
Yeah, I wanted to grab Basque Legion right away. I had a few different plans. Charizard Y was one plan. Garchomp Floette stuff was another plan that got taken right away. When I saw pick 3, I was like, yeah, that's not happening. But then Basque Legion, like, you just know in the meta, it's one of these strongest mons. It's got a little bit of flexibility, but you, for the most part, know what it's going to do. Same with Farigiraf. I just wanted to start with strong, flexible mons, and then from there, try to, like, build out a team. I prefer to have a lot of flexibility rather than just one obvious plan, basically.
I think that's a key to a good draft league team, wouldn't you say, Shock?
Yeah, no, I think that makes a lot of sense, and I see a lot of different modes you have here. The redirection from Mega Clefable, that'll be very nice for you. I'm sure I'll be using the Mega quite often. Why use Mega Kangaskhan? You can just use regular Kangaskhan.
Hey, Mega Gyarados is no joke either, right? I think he's going to Mega that one more than any of the other ones, personally.
Yeah, I think I like my choice to have 3 megas since all of them are perfectly valid in base form itemless, and all of them can do something in mega form as well. So,
100%. Yeah, I do see the unaware Clefable being very usable, the Scrappy on the Mega Kang, and then the Intimidate spam on the Gyarados. Not being able to hold an item in a format where there's not a ton of items to choose from. This is probably when you overdraft megas. I think that's probably fine, because you have to use 6 different items, and I feel like people are all running Citrus Berry leftovers, one or two damage boosting items like the 1.2s, and then you got a Choice Scarf User and Mental Herb. I feel like most of the time, like, we just build teams with recently used items for the most part.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, I was shocked that Mega Gyarados was still available at 8.
Oh, you got some last 3 Pokemon I think are all crazy gets.
Gyarados is probably the best item on Gyarados right now anyway, so I'm surprised that was still left, basically, rather than being taken before base Gyarados.
Exactly.
Well, and I like the fact that you can pair it next to the Clefable too, and you can kind of choose situationally what you want to do, because if electricity or electric moves or whatever it is are threatening that turn, you could just go for non-Mega Clefable, follow me, and then Mega your Gyarados, you're good to go. And if they're going to go for Rock Slide spam, you could just Mega the Gyarados again. You know, if they're going to go for, I don't know, something else, you can Mega the Clefable and things like that. So I do really like those two together, and then the Excadrill's just kind of chilling there beside it too. So I think you have a team that doesn't have like a lot of obvious synergy, but I see modes, and I think you did a really good job with this one. Did you feel like the Salazzle at the very end, just to grab the additional fake out user, was that something you really wanted at the end?
Salazzle was my top pick for the last one. On the last pick, when it was going down the long snake, I had 4 choices I still wanted. I think like Greninja was one of them that got taken. I don't remember what the other ones were, but Salazzle was my number 1 for last pick, so I'm glad that was still around.
You probably wanted something faster than Mega Kangaskhan on the team, so I think Salazzle fits in like a pretty nice B tier for you as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I found out after I picked it that they removed Poison Gas from this game.
Oh, did they?
Oh, really? News to me.
So if you see a trade from me, it's probably that, but I'm still happy with it overall.
Yeah, every once in a while you run into something that you pick and you're like, wait, it doesn't get that? And then you're like, oh crap, that changes everything, right? So, but it's bound to happen, right? So, and I think I would have made the same mistake.
We don't really, I've never used Salazzle in this game. I didn't know it couldn't do that anymore.
Oh
yeah, there are some things that are gone that we didn't think it would be gone. Like I got a document that has all the changes, but there are some things that are still a little surprising. Is there anything that you've noticed, like specifically with anything you've used, Chuckle?
I don't remember. It's just like you just get used to what's available and what's not available, but you also get used to that from the Pokemon that get used all the time. It's not like Salazzle's used that often in normal VGC play, but it's like certainly a very nice Pokemon in Draft League, and I think that's what's nice about Draft League is like you get like the B tier option like turns into like a solid A tier option in Draft League, because not everyone can have that S tier option. Only one person can have it. So Salazzle, I think, is going to be a great Pokemon for you.
Well, one thing I really like about this team specifically is your team's not really fighting for a sash, is it? A lot of teams struggle with
Probably
that.
Salazzle. would be
Yeah,
the only
Salazzle and
Pokemon.
Excadrill, right? That's pretty
Excadrill,
much
yeah.
it.
Basket Legion runs Sash sometimes.
Yeah, given the
right
week
now.
or whatever it might be, yeah. And you have a couple of fire types too, right? So Salazzle might not come in one week. It might just be Armarouge, and you got the Sash on the Basket
yeah.
Legion.
Better watch out for Sash Reversal Conkeldurr.
Oh my goodness, please don't. Side Will-O-Wisp.
Trick Room Frigoraph.
There we
Yeah,
go. There we go.
I think the Farigiraf is probably the scariest part about this team for me.
Yes.
One of the things I noticed in prepping for this draft was, I think I was discussing with my front office, just a handful of people that are going to be helping me this season, was, is support at a premium in a tier list draft with a limited dex? And I think yes. So the fact that you locked yours up early, like, was that your game plan too?
Yeah, for sure. Basket Legion was number 1 for the plan. And then seeing Farigiraf was still around on my second pick, I was like, that's way too good. Why does no one have this? Give me that. And I can build anything from there.
Yeah, we saw a few of them go in the first round too, which I'm sure we'll get to soon. Like I think Owen grabbed a support mon round 1 as well, and then grabbed another one like round 2 or 3 or something. Like, so just getting the support that you need, and I think that it's probably going to pay dividends throughout the season, because the offense can come from a bunch of different places, but the support is very limited, at least good support. So I love the Farigiraf set. You basically have a guaranteed Trick Room setup for the most part. So we love that over here. So
It is harder to find a fast mode with this team, though, right? Because there's no tailwind, and I think Basket Legion would like that. There's no obvious sand, at least for Excadrill, which would also be pretty nice, like fast speed control. Was there? You have like decently strong priority though, so was that something you wanted to consider and just wasn't able to fit on the team?
I generally prefer to play like mid-range speed mons. If I'm faster than you, I'm faster than you. If I'm slower than you, I can Trick Room. And there's a couple other speed control options here. Like I think like 80% of my team learns Thunder Wave.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
But-
there you go.
But yeah, I didn't end up getting Pelipper or Politoed. I was a little disappointed in that, but that's not the end of the world. And I mean, there is manual rain and there's manual sand. Maybe in the right matchups, that'll come up.
For sure.
Well, that's actually what I was going to ask you near the beginning, but I just completely forgot. Like, did you regret not grabbing one of those two?
Yeah, I didn't expect Politoed to go, especially when you find out who took Politoed. They were already building a snow team.
Yeah.
So I thought I would have that pick, but then I got sniped on that. But I didn't really mind that. I don't think I would be leaning into rain most of the time anyway. In the first draft league I played hard rain, and I just wanted something more flexible because everyone knew what I was going to be bringing.
For sure.
Yeah, I think
This way, if I set rain, you're going to be surprised by it.
yeah, exactly. The manual rain's always a little sneaky, and your team doesn't exactly lean on the Bastion Legion, which I really like. Your team doesn't really lean on one specific mon at all, so you're going to be a surprise to a lot of people prepping into you every week, which is, I think, a plus for sure. You have the right tools. You've got a bunch of different tools. You got a bunch of offense. Bulk, I love it. So, any final thoughts there, Mr. Shuckle King and Mr. Jordy?
No, I think you got a really cool team and a lot of really good picks in the later rounds too. Rotomo, I think is gonna do really good wonders. There's not a lot of ground resistances out there, so I think Rotomo is gonna help you out as well. And that's also gonna be speed control there with Electro Web and Thunder Wave. So yeah, I'm excited for you to pilot this team.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you.
Any things you want to say to your opponents this season before you go, Jordy?
No, I don't want to say anything more before I reveal a surprise text, so I'm gonna sign out.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, are you sure you don't want to DM me any of your secret texts for our match if we're playing this season? Anyway, all good.
Let me check if we're playing and then I'll talk.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for doing this.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Yeah, bye now. All right. So that was a fun one. Yeah, like I do think this team's not perfect, but I do think everything that he said made sense about this team. But yeah, there's a lot of, like, it scares me when you see a team, you're like, what is this team? I see a couple of modes, but why is this here? Why is this here? And then you find out when it's too late.
You find out when it's too late, exactly.
Yeah, so it's a little scary. So if people are rating these and doing power rankings, it might not be that one of the higher power ranking teams, but we know We've done enough draft to know that not to count teams like this out. So good for him for drafting that. But the next team that we're gonna get into is Diet Tight, ya boy.
Yes.
So
SPL D-League winner a month ago or so. That was a great run by him. I think he finished 4th in the regular season, and then defeated some very strong opponents at one finals. So it's a very, very impressive run by Diet Tight there, and he's had a really, really good Generation 9 run. He just didn't have that championship. He was like second place so many times, top 4 a lot of times, but not getting that final win, and he was able to do so in SPL. So I was very happy for him. But as far as I'm aware, well, what other jams? He was a finalist in BBR, finalist, PPL, I think he was a finalist too.
Some acronym.
LLR, he finished pretty well. So like he had so many top finishes. But these are all singles leagues, and this is doubles. So I'm not sure how much experience Diet Tight has with doubles. So it's going to be interesting to see him transition to this.
Oh, for sure. And you can definitely see a little bit of inspiration with the Pokemon he drafted, right? Like when it comes to singles as well, like the Corviknight is fantastic, right? Meowscarada is fantastic and things like that. So you can definitely see the inspiration there, but also you can definitely tell he knows what he's doing when it comes to roster composition for VGC stuff, because we starts off with the Garchomp, probably one of the most used mons in Draft League, right? On the ladder right now, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have the Mega Delphox that people were really upset it didn't get, like it got Levitate, now I can't Expanding Force, blah blah blah. It hasn't stopped it one bit.
Nope.
So
I don't know.
No, it has been fantastic. The Corviknight, love it. So he's got his speed control and his bulk. The Serena for anti-priority, love it. The Meowstic sniped me very hard. Oh my goodness, that was very bad. I really wanted it. I'll get into that a bit when it's my turn, but the Araquanid, fantastic. Very underrated right now. Meowscarada going for the double cat. Also sniped me on that round, which kind of sucked. Base form Floette Eternal, I liked it. I loved it. I think people just forgot about it. It's probably the next best fairy type, but people left it to round 7, right? So that's crazy. 8.
Yeah.
Then you have the Mega Drampa, and then the Rotom Fan, the forgotten Rotom, but still holds a special place in my heart in Dynamax formats. What's your first thought when you see a roster like this, forgetting the player who drafted it?
Oh, well, being able to get Garchomp plus Delphox plus Corviknight, that's like an insane combo there. Like do you want to bring Intimidate to this team, and then you have to worry about the Corviknight with Mirror Armor?
Yeah.
Garchomp plus the Levitate Delphox is great. You have those really, really strong spread moves, Earthquake plus Heat Wave. That's going to be tough to take down that combination there. And then you have the Tailwind to make sure your Garchomp's even faster. So like, yeah, those first 3. And then you have Serena with priority blocking, so that way like King Gambit Sucker Punch or so is not going to hit the Mega Delphox. Like you always have to worry about, is the Serena going to be in the back to block Sucker Punch for my Delphox or block Fake Outs? And Garchomp goes for strong moves. So it's like, yeah, this is like it seems like a very experienced VGC player would draft this team, and it's someone that, as far as I'm aware, does not have much experience at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it by looking at this team, right? You think that he's done it before. The one thing that I look at this team, I do really like all the pieces that it has. I really wish it had a slightly better Trick Room setter than the 2. Again, with the whole 3? Where's the 3rd one? Oh, Meowscarada, sorry. Yeah, but they're all very frail for the most part, and I feel like the Delphox, you definitely want to be going for damage, and very fast. But that is really sneaky. If only one Pokemon's setting Tailwind on you, if you're expecting a Tailwind to outspeed your Delphox, it could be a very sneaky Trick Room from that thing, right?
Yeah, and if you have Meowstic can definitely go for Trick Room, especially if you're worried about Fake Out support into Mega Delphox or Garchomp going for a strong hit. You could go for Trick Room with Meowstic, switch out your Garchomp for Araquanid or Mega Drampa in the back, and then it's like, oh, well, what are you going to do against this? I didn't expect this to happen.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted it, you don't have to tell me. Like I said, it really hurt. And you didn't even mention the stuff I wanted to use it for. So it was that and the reason why it hurt so badly. But hey, my own idea of drafted if you can't replace it. Well, I should have grabbed it a little earlier, so my own fault. You know what I really love about this team is the contrast of speed tiers. You have a 134, 123, 104, 102 at the top. Garchomp being the slowest of those four, which is hard to say. And then you have the Mega Drampa at 36, Araquanid at 42, Corviknight at 67, and then you have your mid speed tiers that can abuse both Tailwind and Trick Room. So I really love the way that speed control is the name of the game with this team, and I think somebody just said in the chat, this team also feels built to spam Chomp's Earthquakes, and I agree. You got the Wide Guard on the Araquanid, you've got the Levitate on the Mega Delphox, the Flying type on the Corviknight, the Resist with the Serena, and they have the Rotom Fan that double immune to it, right?
Double immune, yes.
Yeah, it does.
It goes, Excadrill is not going to do anything to it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's there for, right? He was like, Excadrill is a big problem for this, so let's go get double immunity.
I guess you can run Scarf Earthquake and it hits Delphox at least. Scarf Mold Breaker, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. The Disquake modes too, they kind of go hard in draft too. I'm not a huge fan of it, but they're very effective, right? And this one does it really well.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
So yeah, again, this is another one of those teams that I feel like you don't really know how it's going to get you, right? Like you've got so much speed control. It's just like, oh, it's got the Tailwind and it's only Corviknight. So, but you also have the Prankster T-Wave on the Meowstic, right?
Yes, yeah, and Corviknight is bulk. It's like you probably want a Tailwind Sitter that's pretty fast. So that way your second Pokemon has the double speed on that turn. But Corviknight's also just so bulky that it's going to be able to like get up a Tailwind every game. Outside of what? You're worried about fire or electric moves? Well, then you have a Garchomp sitting there. It's going to click an Earthquake, Scarf Earthquake, and take you out before Corviknight like goes for the Tailwind. So like, yeah, are you going to risk that? Like that seems tough. So Corviknight should be getting up Tailwind whenever it wants to.
I love it. Yeah, I definitely love it. The setup too is an interesting thing too. You got the, like, I know it's not a Mega Floette, but being able to hold an item, I think it's really neat. And it does get to use its abilities too, right? Like we forget that that Floette Eternal also gets the Flower Veil, which protects the Serena from Intimidates, burns, things like that, right? So Flower Veil's really sneaky, and Symbiosis, like passing an item over to your opponent as well. And you can even run the Fairy Feather. Potentially this thing could do more damage turn one than the Mega Floette.
All right, let's not. That's a little cap.
Well, hold on, I forgot about Fairy Aura. I'm sorry. I forgot about the Fairy Aura, but it is comparable. It is pretty close, but it's not. Yes, but you can hold an item, so we'll have to see. Maybe you're not holding the Fairy Feather.
You could run like, I think you would run like Choice Scarf and just run Scarf, Light of Road, and just go for really, really big fairy hits if you really want it.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't have a ton of different moves, but you could run this thing in a support set some weeks, and it just has like the really naturally high fairy coverage as well, right? It doesn't get a lot of coverage, and its support moves are fantastic. So I can see this thing being in a support 1 week, maybe a few of them, but very sneaky support.
And it doesn't really hit poisons or steals. I mean, I guess you can run Psychic on it, but again, you have Garchomp that handles those types. You have Delphox that handles those types. So like, yeah, you're not worried about that with the Floette. So the Floette can like be there as secondary surprise, strong attacker if you're not like expecting the fairy type to come.
For sure. This thing, let me see. So I don't really see a whole... There is a decent rock weakness against this team. Like the Garchomp's gonna have to do a lot of lifting against Rock Slide spam, I think. But you do have the Wide Guard on the Araquanid, which is really nice. Yes. And to be honest, like a lot of Rock Slide isn't exactly strong, just because it's non-stab. You know, so like there's not a lot of rock types. There's not a lot of Lichen Rock going around, you know what I mean? That are getting the stab boost from it. So it's a lot of non-stab. So whenever I see like a rock excess weakness, because you got 3 weaknesses here and 1 resist, and not to mention you hit them back kind of hard. You got the Wide Guard as well. I don't really think it's that much of a problem. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I think Corviknight also is like so physically bulky. Like you're gonna take like 25% maybe from a Rock Slide. So I mean, if you get flinched like 5 times in a row, that's unfortunate. But otherwise, like yeah, it's like you have enough that you should be fine into Rock types with this. So I suppose like Mega Aerodactyl could be like pretty good against this, but again, there's only one team that has Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, and potentially a regular Aerodactyl as well, but I'm pretty sure he's completely ready for that as well with the Draft League experience he has. So very nice team. Diet Tight I think he said he was thinking about joining us, but I don't
see him here. I reached out to him, I didn't see it, but what else about this team? Yeah, Meowstic, like it's like you have the gravity stuff. Like I think you can maybe set up the expanding force stuff with the Delphox if you really wanted to.
Well, you have gravity expanding force into Mega Delphox. Ooh.
Yeah, well, gravity, and then you have to go for expand like psychic terrain and all that manual. Yeah. So it's a bit of setup, but man, would that be strong.
Yeah. Also let you Garchomp hit levitators and such and flying types, so like it could work.
Dude, the draft regret, man, missing out on this Meowstic. Holy crap.
I thought it was crazy that Mega Delphox lasted that long. It was something I definitely considered for my pick, and I knew Diet Type would have picked Delphox if it was there. I was just hoping. I decided to not get it. It's like I'm hoping someone gets it so we don't have to see Garchomp Mega Delphox, but didn't happen. And well, I think this is like a really nice combo.
Well, that's the funny thing about these no tier list drafts, right? Where it's just an open season for everything, is the amount of snipes that we saw in the chat when we were in general chat when we were drafting. Like everybody got sniped quite a bit. And I remember like halfway through the draft before round 6 took place, I was going, what are y'all talking about with your snipes? How about you just prep? Oh, there goes one, there goes another, there. Oh, wow. Okay, now it's my turn. So it happens to everybody, right? But when there's no restrictions, you can't even plan it out. Like say, oh, everybody's got their tier 1s but me, so I'm not going to pick my tier 1s till the very end. Those types of strategies. Or all you can really do is they've already got a water type, so it's less likely the people before my next pick are picking another one. But that's also a risk as well. But again, with no restrictions, it's tough. So we saw probably more snipes in a format like this than we normally would. So,
for sure.
Yeah. But no, Dietite, very funny person. Not so funny when it's building the teams, because this team looks a little scary. I see kind of what everything does. We didn't talk about the Mega Drampa. Where are you with that?
That's fine. Like in Trick Room, it could do stuff. I guess like there's really not much this team does against the weather. So if you want a way to shut it down, then it's a fine secondary mega option for it. But I don't think it's coming to too many games. It's something like, if like his Trick Room centers aren't the greatest, but if your opponent wants to try to take advantage that your Trick Room centers aren't great and want to run their own Trick Room, then you have Mega Drampa with the large special attack and a Araquanid sitting there. It's like, okay, I'll have those in the ready just in case.
Well, I do think that the Mega Drampa's normal type, or just the Drampa's normal type in general, is going to do a bit of lifting against some of the stronger ghost type users, because like your Delphox is one of your aces, right? So if you're facing like, I don't know, a Mega Gengar, you're facing a Dragapult or something like that, maybe Mega Drampa might come out and play that game. Just because not every resist is created equally. I always like to tell people, you got your ghost resist is Meowscarada aside from your Drampa. So I don't think Meowscarada's taking a Shadow Ball from a Mega Gengar super well. Is it really a switch in? You know, so I do think that there are certain weeks that it could come depending on the schedules and matchups and stuff like that. So, but the damage output is real in Trick Room. So we'll have to see exactly how that goes, or what his plans are for that. So that's it for that team. I think that's a nice team. It's very top heavy, I think, when it comes to the power. But you definitely see all the right tools there.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have to shout out our next opponent. You not opponent, but player. You may notice something about the name bar that is different than the others. Why is that? This is the defending champion of the last season of the Ditto Draft League. Konami Please Nerf ended up beating a lot of really good players to get there too. I think his road to the finals, I forget who we faced in the quarters. It was top 6 or top 4. No, there's only
top 4.
Yeah, so top 4. So we beat Justin Tang. I think it was round 1.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah, it was semis.
Yeah, in semis he beat Justin Tang. Then he beat John Luke, didn't he? In finals?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like 2 of the best players by far throughout the season. I think they lost 1 set all season. Both players did.
Yeah, they had a nutty season. Both of them.
So he had his work cut out for him that season, and he ended up coming out on top. So shout out to Konami, also known as Nick. I know I'm IRL, so, but no, why not repeat, right? So how is he going to do it? So we talked about some of the support that went really early. Round 1 Whimsicott, yay or nay?
Yeah, easy, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
And how?
You have like so many options with Whimsicott. I think it definitely should go in the top half of the first round. So I think it's fitting around like the 5 to 8 pick seems like pretty reasonable for Whimsicott. Yeah, you just enable so many options. You have Weather, Tailwind, Fake Tears, just a Fairy type, which is like one of the best typings in the game. So just having fast Moonblast or Dazzling Gleams is like not bad to have. Yeah, no, Whimsicott offers so much.
For sure. And to also support the Mega T-Tar here, just going straight for that Weather. Super strong. I built a team with Mega T-Tar as well that was really strong on ladder, and a lot of people are using it as well. So anything that has the Weather set and pre and post when it comes to its Mega form is really nice. You got it looks like you got the Milotic next for the competitive just to protect that T-Tar a little bit better. Switches in on the water moves as well. Really nice. And just to kind of cover, not so much that. I was thinking it resisted, but it doesn't. I need to learn my type matchups. But Mega Glamora as well, grabbing the second Mega. Really strong with the adaptability. Then we've got the Typhlosion Hisui. So just to pair with that combo, you have that Sun. You can either go for Tailwind or you can just go for the Sunny Day and just erupt. That thing won tournaments back in Reg 9, so why wouldn't it do it here, right?
Exactly.
You have the Mega Halucha as well. The third Mega, again, not every team drafted 3 of them, but this one did. The Mr. Rhyme, I love Mr. Rhyme so much. I am so glad it's back in the game. You got Fake Out.
Very happy with this pick.
Yes, and it dances. I wanted to make a full dancing team, and it was going to be a part of it, so there goes that. Mega Gudra, sorry, no Mega, I keep saying Mega. The Gudra Hisui, I thought it was really cool. It was on my radar for the end, but it wasn't something I was like 100% on. But when I saw it go, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Cantonian Tauros, kind of overshadowed with the Paldean ones, but this one still has its part with the, again, not being weak to the Fairy and the Psychic, but also having the Ghost immunity as well, which is really nice. And last pick, just dropping like this massive pick at the very end with the Mudsdale. What do you think of this roster? 1 to 10.
I probably put it about a 6. I think it's about middle of the road team.
Yeah. What's your reasoning for that? I'm not saying you're wrong, but like where?
No, yeah. It's kind of tough. I still have to like go over like in depth of like how I rank teams in like in aggregate. But yeah, like Mega Glamora round 4 is crazy. Like it's so strong. But it's like, I don't know, it feels weird with Mega T-Tar. I feel like you want to Mega the Glamora more and just have like you don't even have to Mega the Trinitar, you bring both. You bring the special defense boost to Mega Glamora, and you just run the 2 of them. But you're weak to ground, and what's your ground resistance on the team? It's Whimsicott, which I guess not the bulkiest Pokemon out there, or Mega Halucha, but are you running 3 Megas in the same battle? I'm not sure about that. So like that feels a little bit awkward. But there's like pretty cool synergies that this team has. I like the Whimsicott with Hisui Typhlosion you talked about is like a crazy nice offensive combination there to run fire moves when your opponent doesn't expect it. You could run Fake Tears into Pokemon to set up the Typhlosion or the Glamora for strong fast damage there. So I think there's paths here, but I feel like some stuff is clunky. Mr. Rhyme, I don't know. For round 7 pick, I feel like there could have been better Pokemon here, but it's funny. It's a funny Pokemon, but it's Fake Out. I guess it's your Trick Room setter, right? Unless you're gonna run Trick Room Whimsicott. So
I love Trick Room Whimsicott.
No, yeah, I know it is totally fair. Yeah, and like, what are you using in Trick Room? I guess would be the Mudsdale. Does this team have any like beat up users to pair into? Well, Whimsicott. I guess you just Whimsicott beat up into Mudsdale. Give it the +4 defense.
Yeah, that could be really nice.
Yeah, that's like a cool like combination that he could throw off there.
Well, and the chat just alluded to all the Oko moves. Can you count them?
What are the Oko moves? Does Mr. Rhyme have
Sheer Cold?
Sheer Cold? It does.
Yeah, we got Fissure Horn Drill on Tauros. You got Fissure on the Mudsdale. Yeah, I'm not liking this one bit.
Tauros is like decent. It's 110 speed. It's faster than the other Tauroses, so it's like decently fast. And like it's good. It's like right under the speed tier of Hawlucha. So you go for fast entrainment and then go for the Oko moves with Tauros. Like that could work.
Yeah. I
I
don't
feel
like
like
that
having
at all.
Excadrill would have been like even faster for that to work out, but Mudsdale's like a defensive version of it.
Yeah, it's funny. This is one of those teams that you're like, I see some synergy, but then there's some where I'm just like, like I guess the team that a mother knows or a mother would love, right? But I do see some things. I feel like the Gudra might have been like I need a steel type near the end kind of thing, and a dragon type, and this one does both. That's kind of where I was at with it. But there's probably some plans with it. Like it's a win condition in itself, right? Just with the shelter / like acid armor stuff, right? With the body press and just leftovers. It kind of has all the tools it needs.
Like
and
support.
yeah, and the Milotic with the what's it called, with the life dew and stuff like that. So this team can go very fast, very hard, very quick, and it also has that slow stally stuff as well. So I'm not sure if I like the fact that the trickerment setters kind of are more so for other roles, but they can do it. So they're not really primary trickerm setters, but also the fake out user. You've only got one, and it's the Mr. Rhyme, right? So is Mr. Rhyme going to come every week? Probably. Should it? Probably not. Don't get me wrong, I like ice types, but I feel like Mr. Rhyme isn't one of those bring every week mons, but I feel like on a team like this, it might have to.
Yeah, and I feel like just opposing steals are just pretty good into this team.
Yeah,
You do
Mega
have the
Hawlucha is gonna have
Typhlosion
to.
there, but yeah, I feel like just steel types are like pretty nice into this team. Like, and I don't think like there's like no, I guess outside like Glamor and Tyranitar hit really hard, but like I feel like there could just be more offensive pressure. Like Typhlosion requires like a decent amount of resources to make it work. Like there's like not a lot of Pokemon I'd say, okay, I just deal a lot of damage immediately. Like Glamora does, but then that means you're not running Meg on the Tyranitar, so you lose out on a lot of bulk there. So like there's downsides. There's like a lot of downsides to get a lot of power with this team, as opposed to just having a lot of power right away without having a lot of support. And that's like kind of a downside of going Whimsicott pick one, is just it doesn't have the offensive like pressure from it itself. But yeah, obviously Whimsicott's just great in supporting the rest of the team.
Yeah, like my thing right now with this team is like, are you gonna be fighting yourself in prep trying to pick the Mega? You know? Glamora kind of wants Sash if it's not, but it can't hold it. The T-Tar is probably fine to come every single week. I think that's fine, but with the Sand too, you can't really hold the Sash on the Whimsicott, which I was actually going to say that the Sash on this team is kind of, where would you put it other than Whimsicott, which is nice? I guess you could put it on the Typhlosion or maybe the Rhyme or something like that, but yeah, like I think the Sand kind of hurts a couple of the things that really like it.
Yeah. And also no redirection on the team, which I mean, you don't always need, right? There's not that many redirection users anyway, but like it would be nice to try to set up with like Coil Melodic or Dragon Dance Tyranitar with redirection on the side would be just a nice option to have, and you just don't have it here.
Yeah. Hey, Ariados is still around.
It is still around. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised it wasn't picked.
You know, Konami's not taking the slander right now. He's like, listen.
It's there.
I wanted a redirector.
You still have a couple hours, right, to change your teams for week one?
Hey, you know what? You could lock. Yeah. Grace is still around. Blame Scutisi, yeah, and his friggin' biblical greed, I guess, right?
Yeah.
So, you know what? He'll be awake soon because, you know, that guy lives in a different universe, right? Because, you know, the Australians, I'm convinced they're not real.
Yes. Oh, of course not. It's a fake country. It's okay.
Yeah. Is it even a country? I don't even know.
That's fair.
Yeah, Scutisi getting 2 redirectors at biblical greed. Yeah. That's so funny. No, but that's Konami's team. Defending champion. Can he repeat? I'm not sure. I think there's still time for some transactions. I do think that this team has modes. There are some really nice standalone mons on this team that I think that don't really need much help. Like, I feel like Typhlosion with Scarf doesn't really need help. Mega T-Tar, maybe not. It's so bulky and it has so many stats and it has so much offense that it doesn't really need the help. Yeah, Milotic is fantastic. You can go for your coil stuff. Doesn't need redirection to get going and protects that T-Tar from Intimidates really nicely. You have the Hawlucha stuff. Hawlucha just, the way I've been using it recently is just attack.
Yeah, you
like,
can just attack with it, for sure.
You know, it's really strong. It gets all those high base power moves. Not to mention, my favorite set right now is Cross Chop. Can't miss. High crit chance. Okay. I've been running no guard Cross Chop on Hawlucha, and I love it. So yeah, there's so many options that Hawlucha has aside from Tailwind. Apparently, they did it dirty.
Yep.
Yeah, not fair. I want to see this dancing. I want
to see it at least in the game, just dancing.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, and I love it. Its kit is awesome. Like, if you guys are watching this right now and don't know what it does, and you're sitting there going, why draft this thing? Go look at its kit. It gets so many things.
It's crazy.
And Freeze Dry is busted as well, right? I think Freeze Dry is a very, very good move. It's got enough special attack to abuse it too. So watch out for this dancing mustache, whatever the hell this thing is. Anyway, but I love it. So that's it for that one. So I guess we're not rating them, but yeah, good luck to you this season defending your championship. You have your work cut out for you. There's a lot of great teams here, but new to the DDL this season is we got Robstar Z. Robstar has been a friend of mine for a while now. I met him when I was playing in the league I made called the WPL, World Pokemon League. And from the Netherlands, they are very creative players. I hate all of them because they're so damn good. And all my Dutch friends are like, yeah, they're just like, they know. They have their own group and they know what they're doing and they all help each other. So this team definitely looks like that. The Mega Charizard X as the first pick going before Y was a little surprising to me. It's been
very surprising to me.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like it's worse, it's just different. And I think it just goes to show, well, it goes to show how good of a player he is, because like a lot of people nowadays are using it over the Y. You've seen like this surgence of Mega Charizard X on teams, and you don't know what's coming. You know, in closed team sheet, but in draft you will, because it has to hold the stone, right?
Exactly.
But so I thought that was a sneaky good first pick, but Y was very interesting to see this go later. Primarina, one of the best draft league Pokemon of all time. The Slowking Galar, obviously a Trick Room setter, probably for the Curious Medicine, I would imagine. You get intimidated on your Charizard, you just hard switch it in, change those drops, which is really nice. Weavile, he loves to death. I've been using it right now too. I like it a lot.
I've been using it too. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Base form Lucario, I think he just wanted a justified user. It's not probably the best steel type, but Final Gambit's always something you have to respect. And just fighting coverage as well. Mega Skarmory, yo, I'm for it.
Yes, I haven't seen much of it, so I'm excited to see what he does with it.
Yeah, not a very friendly image that I got to work with. It's kind of just poking its head in there. If I got more of its body, I would have lost its face. So I'm just like,
yeah, you need that.
Not cool. Not the mega form of Golurk, but the base form of Golurk. So you have the no guard with the dynamic punch, and you have a high horsepowers and other moves like Poltergeist can't miss, which is really nice. Weirdeer, I think everybody's really intrigued by this thing. I do see what you're doing there with the Weirdeer and the competitive Apollyon. You're not getting that past anybody, Rob. So, but Rob, if you're listening right now, you said you were going to join us for this, so hop in at any time, and we'll just kind of keep going here. The Hydrapple is there as well. You have the Dragon type, just to go with the Mega Charizard's Dragon type as well, and I mentioned the Empoleon as well. Kind of a fake mon in my opinion. Where are you with the Empoleon personally?
On Empoleon? It's like just tough. It doesn't have muddy water.
Yeah, it doesn't get the muddy water. Rob, explain yourself.
Why?
We should know. Do you see the team? It should explain itself, right?
Yeah. To be honest, I drafted this team, and I kind of think of my team that is weaker than the rest of the teams that have shown so far. I'm not gonna lie. Because I've been sniped so many times, and like this is the most amount of times I got sniped in a draft league. It's actually insane.
Welcome to the DDL.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. No, but I'm pretty excited. When I drafted the team, I knew Charizard X was on the rise, and it doesn't even have to be, it probably has to be the main attacker, actually, but it also gets access to Tailwind and Will-O-Wisp, so that's pretty neat. And yeah, for Primarina, like Jay said, one of the best draft league Pokemon there. Probably at least for the water types at least, and the fairy types is very nice. So I needed just a fairy type, you know. I didn't know what to do with this draft, so I kind of thought with my draft that, okay, I need Fake Out user, I need Intimidate user, probably something who can redirect the Intimidators, probably something like a Trick Room myself, Tailwind. So I kind of went with the monsters that were there, but I got sniped so many times, so...
Well, Primarina and your Hydrapple is a very nice Trick Room core, and you have two very different Trick Room setters, which I love to death. I always tell people, if you're going to have a Trick Room mode and you're going to draft two different Trick Room setters, make sure they're not weak to the same thing, and you did that very nicely. Like, they're not... One is weak to Ghost, one is immune to Ghost. They're both weak to Dark, but I do feel like you have your Prim, you've got your Lucario quad resist it, you've got your yeah, so I feel like you're fine there, and they both do very different things. And they both attack, too. They both do damage, so very nice job there getting your Trick Room setters.
Yeah, like you said, they cover for each other. And, like, if you have one Trick Room setter who, like, if you have a Trick Room core and you have, if you have one Trick Room core, but have one Trick Room setter, and then you probably need to have it use it every time. It's like to be expected. So I probably thought I need some other Trick Room Pokemon, and I thought, you know, I think I had Slowking already. So Weirdware was also a really good option. Also for the Intimidate there, and also for the Frisk actually. If my opponent doesn't have a lot of physical attackers, I can use Frisk to like see the items. It probably won't be a lot of usage in this format. Because I know in Draft League, revealing the items actually can be huge, but not in with the lack of items. I don't think I will be. I think I will be running Intimidate more, but we shall see. It is really nice. It is a nice move pool. So yeah, people question why I used Golurk and not Mega Golurk. Yeah, that is. Yeah, that is. Yeah, it's because probably I can only think of one thing, and that's Dynamic Punch with no guard. Like I think with an item on Golurk, I have like two main megas. I like to get an item on Golurk to be a bulky, like more of a support Pokemon who can chip down other Pokemons, because Golurk is like it's decently bulky, but can do major damage.
And has a lot of resistances. You could easily throw like a resist berry, and like Golurk should live any hit.
Yeah, I was thinking about we have the Skarmory and a ground type, like Jay said in pick 6 earlier. Like the ground types were really going straight forward, so they were really going gone. But I needed a ground type, so I thought, what do I do? I have Skarmory. I probably need one Earthquake user, and that's probably it. So. Golurk is pretty nice there, but I still feel like my draft could have gone better, but yeah, it is what it is, right?
Well, you landed on your feet. I think you landed on your feet. You did pretty well. Your Trick Room mode is pretty solidified. I think it's stronger than your fast mode, which might be where your regrets lie. But man, I think that your Weavile, your Mega Skarmory, and your Mega Charizard, I really like it. I do think that there is a big difference between your speed tiers, and it does really nice for you. And the cool thing is I think your Scarf is kind of open. So your Lucario can run it if it wants to.
I mean, that's really the only Pokemon that's going to run it, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like the Choice Scarf?
You could run Scarf Primarina, but it's still kind of...
I would.
Well, we also have Scarf Weirdware because it has Trick, so it can work out in some matchups.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the speed test is a bit of a bummer, but for the rest, like you said, like the Trick Room core is there. I also get the Tailwind core if I really need to. Like Charizard gets Tailwind, I think Skarmory gets Tailwind as well. So I can make them speedy. You don't skip on Weavile, by the way. That mon is like you can fast Fake Out user, also Fling with King's Rock.
Oh yeah, I've been using Weavile a lot on the ladder. It's really fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It's faster than Sneasker, so if you run it at the Jolly Nature, so it's like a pretty fun mon to use. I have having really much fun with it.
Yeah, if you're not ready for this thing on turn 1 and when you're prepping for this team, you got another thing coming, man. Fake out Dragon Dance, fake out Tailwind, fake out Trick Room, like my goodness.
Or you don't even fake out. You could threaten to fake out and go for sword stands. Keep your focus, Ash, and
Oh, SD Weavile, that's cool.
yeah, then you have pretty strong moves there.
Yeah, this team's got some nice setup, I think. Coaching as well, yeah, from the Lucario, we love
Yeah,
it.
that was the initial plan of Lucario coaching, and then I thought I have V-File. It can also be used as justified with extreme speed. Lucario just fits in the team for me. So the coaching was probably the one thing I wanted to have it for, because it not only raises attack but the defense also. Like if you want coaching on Primarina, it doesn't even need the attack, but defense and put it all in bulk, it won't leave the field. So
Well, one of the things I do kind of see, just to kind of poke a hole into the team that we all like right now, I think we're all kind of on board with this. Actually, I think we like it more than you do, Rob, which is funny. Your team definitely might struggle against an opposing strong ground attacker. I do see that your only resist / immunity is your Skarmory, which you may or may not mega, which if it doesn't, its offensive output is kind of eh. And then the Hydrapple. So I do think you can play into it, but those two are going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting against, say, an Excadrill or a Garchomp or something along those lines.
yeah, like I have the Weavile, but like it's if I only have the Weavile, it's not cutting enough damage to like win games, and they can also win the Yashi berry. So if they're really weak to ice types, so that is something I have to look out for. But other than that, I draft this team. I have confidence in it. I will make the most of it, and I'm just happy to be here, man. I'm just happy I got invited. So thank you.
Well, we're
for
happy
that.
to have you here. I'm glad you were able to do this, and I'm looking forward to see what you bring from the WPL where we met. And
Yep.
you won WPL, right? I shouted you out at the beginning, man. You won that one.
No, he shouted me not out, I think, with that. But I did.
Oh, I
win
have it
that.
in my notes, so that counts, right?
It's the false that counts, Jay.
Yeah. I love you so much, Rob. Never change. But yeah, you won WPL, beat me. I hadn't even won that league, which is crazy. I made it and played it for years and never won it because all of you Dutch players stopped winning my championships. All right, so we have a rule. You're not allowed to win it. You have to throw against me in the finals. Okay, Rob?
Well, we'll have to see about that.
We'll see, but hey, I'm glad you're around. I'm glad you're gonna play this season. Hope you have fun with your team, and I guess that's it. I guess we'll go on to the next team, which is Shaco King.
Oh,
Believe
no.
it or not, see you, Rob.
See ya.
Rob's a good lad. I like Rob.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Yeah, I don't know him too much. So it'll be nice to get to know him over the next couple weeks.
For sure. As we transition in this terrible dog water team, right? Am I right?
Yeah, who would draft this ugly
Yeah,
team?
no, there's a lot of stats here. There's a lot of stats.
A lot of raw stats. Yeah,
My
I guess
goodness.
a lot of my higher Pokemon have like just large BST.
Just for everybody listening right now, let's just start off by just saying, I'm just going to throw some numbers at you. Average attack stat 103. Average special attack stat 96. Average special defense 90. And you can see the speed tiers there. You have a range from 125. No, this is Rob's. Hold on. Yeah, this is even better. My bad. Okay. We've got, hold on. 104 is the average attack. 95 is the special attack. 95 is the special defense. And you range from 120 down to 30 for your speed stats. That's rude.
Yeah.
So cool logo, by the way. Who made that for you?
Oh yes, it was SB Crashworks made it. This was the logo that yeah, it's a brand new logo for me. I had the Stunkies logo, which is it's a pun on how bad the Sixers have been. Which shout out to the Sixers yesterday. They finally won a meaningful playoff series, which was awesome. I was so hyped. That's why I had to spend this whole morning getting ready for the draft, because I did not do so last night because I was celebrating the Sixers playoff win. That was great.
I understand that all too well. I'm a Leaf fan. So when we win, we celebrate hard.
Oh, you better, yeah.
We don't win often, so we need to get it in when we can. So
Exactly, yes.
yeah. So
Yeah, no,
I don't know. Just does this person, just to kind of shout them out because they do good work? So do they do commissions and stuff like that for anybody watching? Would you want to shout them out in
yes,
the
of
chat
course.
here?
Yeah. I can pose. Let me
I didn't make you an admin in this anyway, so if you just want to say hi or something like that, and I'll right click your name and just kind of, I'll make you an admin, then you can just kind of add it while I'm ripping into your roster.
Yeah, here's their YouTube, but they also have a pretty big Twitter account that you can reach out to.
Yeah, let me throw that in the chat here. So I'll just throw the Twitter in there, or the X, or whatever you want to call it. And then that way, if you guys want some, oh, that's YouTube. Hold on, where's the Twitter?
The,
I guess it's in there.
In the description.
Oh, at Splashworks. There we go.
Yeah.
So I'll just post that as well. So if you guys want a logo or anything, that's pretty good work. Why did it not paste? Splashworks. Cool. There we go.
There you go.
SP Crash Works. There we go. Yeah, no, I think all the logos are on point. So I know some people are looking for them. Yeah. So actually, wait a second. I have a. Does Diet Tight want to join us? He's saying that he might. You've already done your team, bro.
Shit about this team if he wants.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about yours very much because I don't think you want to give away too much, but maybe we can have him on at the end of it. Join up. Let's just see whenever he joins up. So we've got just to kind of go off, because I won't let you kind of reveal too much, but I see a lot of offense on this team. You got the Sneasler, probably one of the best Pokemon in the game right now. Mega Frostlass, one of the best Megas in the format. Volcarona being less used, but still very, very good. Base form T-Tar can hold an item. Gyarados can hold an item. Mega Meganium, I love the Mega Meganium over here. I think it's very underrated. Yeah, I think it was kind of like this roller coaster where people are like, this is the best thing ever. And then it went down a bit where people are like, it's not that good. And now it's coming back. Everyone's like, that's how you play it. So I really like this pick. The Mega Excadrill, this is definitely in this bottom left corner. Anybody listening right now has been listening so far. This is where all the ground types went. So this was a scrounge pick, but I think it does the job. The Gallade here, the Heliolisk, and the Trick Room Setter and the Slowbro at the end. I guess kind of give me like 30 seconds of what you think of your team, and then we'll get Diet Tight in here. Say hi.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think I have a lot of versatility. It's with Frostlass going for Aurora Veil, just give you the double defense. It's like there's like screens, like because there's no Grimmsnarl in the game. Screens are pretty hard to get by. Now, your team might not be saying so because you got a pretty good screen sitter yourself, but the ability to have screens on a team and even block Brick Break with Frostlass is like really, really nice to have. And then we have setup with Volcarona, Tyranitar, Gyarados all have really nice potential speed setup options there. And because my Trick Room or Tailwind option's not the best, but we have Volcarona that could go for Tailwinds for my team, and also have Rage Powder support if I want to set up my Dragon Dance Tyranitar in the back with Rage Powder Volcarona behind screens from Frostlass. That could definitely be an option there. Gyarados, I've been loving Gyarados, and I think Mega Gyarados could have been a fine pick here, but I like having the item option on the Gyarados, so that's why I picked the base form there. Meganium like really solidifies the team just because ground resistances are pretty hard to come by because you have to take grass types or you have to take flying types. But flying types like can stack up a rock weakness, which I already have with Volcarona plus Gyarados. So Mega Meganium really fits nice on that team as like a grass Pokemon that's like actually bringable to come to a game. It could work with the sand with Tyranitar as well. It feels like a really nice combination there. Excadrill is probably going to not mega too much, though it could mega against like Rotom forms if I'm worried about Levitate. But it's there for itemless Excadrill with Tyranitar is nice. And then the last three Pokemon just like ran out and support the team. Gallade for Y-Guard primarily. Could be a secondary Trick Room Setter to a Slowbro, which is my primary Trick Room Setter with a pretty good physical defense that a lot of my team has more special defensive tendencies, so Slowbro is a physically defensive wall works. And then Heliolisk, I wanted electric type, I wanted a couple others that were picked, but after picking Heliolisk, I'm like super happy with all the options that it has. I'm very happy to use Heliolisk. It might be my favorite Pokemon that I drafted out of all of them, to be honest.
Save the best for last, or one of the last ones. So, and the chat's kind of going crazy here talking about your quad weaknesses, which there are a handful of them.
A lot of quad weaknesses.
But here's the thing. So people say like, I've had people tell me you can't draft that. It dies to like a rock slide, or it dies to like a slight breeze of a water move, or dies to a low, you know what I mean? Like like an acid or something like that, or you know what I mean? Like it's got so many quad weaknesses. I also feel like this team's a little bit different because it checks a lot of your quad weaknesses. Like right now, I see you've got an electric quad weak, fighting, poison, rock. So there's 4 of them, but look at your checks for all of those. You've got your, so let's just talk about the psychic right now into your, what's it called? Your Sneasler, right? So you've got your T-Tar, you've got your Gallade, you've got your Slowbro, you've got your Excadrill. You know what I mean? I think that's fine. And you have like a big special defense mon in Volcarona too, so it takes it pretty well. Like the Gallade, I think I said it resisted it, but it doesn't. But so I think that's fine there. And even the Mega Frostlass resists the poison for the Meganium. You've got your, what's it called? I always forget my poison resist. You've got your Mega Excadrill, things like that. And there's one more too. Who is it? It is Sneasler, also resists it. Oh, and T-Tar, yeah. Wait, so where? Oh, there's the immunity with the Excadrill. Yeah, so you have 4. Yeah. So I feel like you've kind of protected your quad weakness as well. Maybe not as much the Rock Slide, but you've got Wide Guard, you've got your Excadrill, you've got your Sneasler. I feel like that's fine.
I'm hoping the Rock Slide Pokemon, like say Aerodactyl, hopefully I have the speed with the Excadrill to outspeed them, and I just knock them out before they attack me in return.
Yeah, so not all quad weaknesses. You try not to like load up on them, but I feel like this team is fine, question mark. Like what's the opinion after hearing that in the chat? I'll let you guys discuss that. But I like this team. You have so many stats on this team. Your team could just do all the lifting for you. You've got dual weather. You don't have to activate the weather right away with your Frostlass, and you've got it with your T-Tar. So you can kind of choose. You have got the sand mode with your Excadrill and your Heliolisk. And you could just go with the, what's it called? Your Auroraville stuff. Not so much with the snow. It's not exactly a snow team, but I feel like a lot of Mega Frostlass teams aren't running just for snow.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I definitely would have considered some Ice-type Pokemon that were drafted later on in the draft, but they were picked before I wanted to pick them. But I was very happy to get Excadrill round 7. Like, I was like hoping, and I was like very risky, especially because of all the ground types that were getting picked in that time frame. I was like, please don't pick Mega Excadrill. Why would you want it anyway?
Yeah, like that, and the gauntlet of ground types that just went off there was bananas, right? So I lost like 3 of them in the same round. But I just want to go back because we are joined now by Diet Tight. So we've already went over Diet Tight's team earlier on, and we had nothing but good things to say about this team. Did you wanna add anything to what we were saying earlier?
Hello. Sorry, I've been out.
Do you have to mute him?
What is that? Wait.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
You muted me?
No, we're live and everything, guys.
I didn't hear you. You were on mute. You were on mute. I didn't mute it though. You're good.
Yeah, so, we love the awkwardness on this channel.
I love this team. I feel very frustrated drafting in VGC because I don't know when someone wants something. So like, I feel like I got every play wrong when I was like, you guys ever seen the meme of the guy like gripping the burger and he's like, relax, no one's gonna take your burger?
No, but I want to.
That's how I felt with Serena, where I was like, I need to get Serena. If anybody takes Serena, and I don't think a single person was going to take Serena. And then it cost me like every water I was looking at. It cost me like any Pokemon I was looking at because I got like Serena. But I liked my big 3 of Garchomp, Delphox, Corviknight. The goal was Garchomp was like, for me, the drop off from like the top tier megas to like the next tier of megas were not as big as like the best ground, like Garchomp to the next ground type. So Garchomp was the big focus for me. And so I was really excited around that. And then I didn't think Delphox was gonna make it back. So I loved this idea of the team. Then getting Serena because fake outs are gonna be annoying, or like sucker punches into Delphox. Corviknight, I need a steel type. And then I just liked some of like the lower tier picks. Like I didn't think Meowscarada was going to survive. I don't know how it's going to be. Regular Floettes just for like those weird dragon matchups. Mega Drampas for Trick Room. And then Rotom Fan's actually the GOAT. I actually really like Rotom Fan.
Mana class.
I think the draft shaped up for how I wanted to be for the first doubles. Now building is so hard. I don't understand how to build, but I got a lot of support from my front office, especially Jesse 504. So shout out him. But doubles is so hard.
Well, it's not easy. I will say that it's very different. But I think coming from someone who really only plays VGC and Shuckle who also does, I think we both think you did a very, very good job with the team. Now you just got to take care of business week to week. And looking at the company we have, it's not going to be easy. But hey, a little bit of encouragement for you. We have seen a lot of singles players try it in quotations for the first time and just obliterate people. So let that encourage you a little bit. So your fundamentals will translate nicely.
Yeah, and then Chuck, I heard you ask. I played in a Gen 8 VGC league, and actually Jesse 504 drafted and built my team every week. So I've never actually and it was just like I think it was like WPF Showdown. It was Gen 8, so it's got to be going on, 5 years ago at this point. Other than that, I just picked up VGC itself right before Toronto in January. So I think I've been playing since November. So that's it. That's been my experience.
No, it's good. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the field. If I was saying that you're a funny guy just in general, but not so funny of a team creator. So this is a very seriously good team, and if or when we play each other, I am going to be obliterating that Meowstic and Meowscarada just to say thank you for sniping it from me.
The meow core.
Those things are very dead. But awesome. No, thank you for joining. We kind of already went over your team a little bit, but I definitely wanted to get you on here. We've never met. We've only just been talking, so it's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I appreciate again, it's been super fun playing in getting the VGC stuff, meeting so many new people and there's you, Giordi, Konami, Scutizi. I already know the normal people like Shuckle, Leo, Standard, Viz, Owen, Nexus. So meeting a whole new side, Amol. It was really cool getting to meet all these people. And my schedule, I think I'm playing everybody I don't know except Owen once. And
oh, nice.
Well, that's good.
Cool. Maybe, but everyone's a new opponent. First week up is Robstar. Then I play Standard, who I know, but then it's Konami, into Giordi, then UJ, and then Scutizi. So I'm super excited to play a bunch of new people. It's my favorite thing about draft is just playing different people every time.
Oh, by the way, good luck with your season potentially on the line in week 7 against Scutizi. That's not going to be fun.
Oh, no.
I always look at my week 7. Everybody's they look at their schedules. They're oh, who am I playing week 1? I'm what's the last week of the season? Who do I have to scrounge to beat if my playoffs are on the line? So, no, so I'm looking forward to facing you. That'll be cool.
Yeah, likewise.
Fun team. And I think you have all the tools you need for success. So best of luck this season.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll talk to you guys.
All right, have a good one, man.
Yeah, you too.
Cool. I'm glad we got him on. That was cool.
Oh, yeah, no, he's great.
So, did I get your team? Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, I would say that I like your team. I felt bad kind of cutting him short because we already did his team and stuff like that. But I wanted to get him on. So, but I think in conclusion, your team is I think your team has a lot of really nice pieces. One of the things that people just say in draft is some of the best draft mons are either the best at one thing or can do very many things, like utility and just being versatile, right? And you have a lot of those. I think every single Pokemon on your team is either one of the best at what it does or can do many things. That Gallade is a Swiss Army knife, no pun intended, with its ability.
Yes.
If you guys look at this thing's kit, this thing has almost as many moves as Mew.
It has so many moves. It's crazy. That in Gardevoir, yeah, it's nutty.
Yeah, pick a move, it gets it. That's pretty much the standard. Maybe not flamethrower. Garbage mon.
No, probably has fire punch.
Yeah, but no flamethrower though, so fake mon. So that's really cool. I think I would give your team a 6 thumbs up. We're not rating them yet, but I just wanted to say that. I really like your team. Your team's a little scary. The Mega Pokemon, I feel like you don't have to Mega. Mega Meganium. If it comes, it's got a Mega.
Well, I'm thinking if that's I feel like that's a downside of the team is I don't if I'm bringing Frostlass, I'm probably not bringing Meganium to the game and vice versa. It seems pretty tough to have regular Meganium and Mega Frostlass in the same game.
Yeah, maybe a support one week with maybe just like Moonblast or something like that as its attack. So it is very bulky. So it's possible.
The Mega
but-
is bulky. The regular form is not that bulky.
Oh, is it not? Okay, well that sucks.
No, the Meganium is just terrible.
See, that's
But
one thing
Meganium,
that
it's a
Yeah.
little different.
yeah, it's pretty bad. its kit isn't even good. What's it called? The one of the things that I think, because we mentioned this at the beginning, being guinea pigs of a league like this right now, is like what is going to mega and what is not going to mega on a roster like this. Like, you have to choose to bring it, and you have to choose what's coming to a game and what's going to mega in the game. So I think that is something that we're all going to have to kind of get used to, and we're going to get into some of the teams that drafted more than you did, and you drafted 3 of them. So so very, very cool team. And finally, we see Megazard Y picked in round 1. And what did it take? I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it 8? I think it's
8. Yeah.
8th overall was Mega Y. How?
Someone
Were
say
you-
6, 7.
Oh,
Oh
just
my
stop.
gosh! Shut the.
All right, well, it's good talking to you, 6.
I'm out.
No, that's funny. So, were you happier than a pig? I'm going to say mud rather than what the saying usually says. Were you happier than a pig in mud when you saw Charizard Y drop to you at 8?
I have no idea.
I was
I
gonna
hear
say
it's
the
good
answer
in
would be
VGC.
no.
Well, there was a reason you picked it. Why'd you pick it?
Because
I
it's good.
told him he'd be a dumbass if he didn't pick it.
Yeah,
That's partially correct.
I was going to change my
I don't know.
whole
I don't know
plan if that
anything
thing
about
dropped.
VGC. I was originally gonna get like maybe Mega Dragonite, just 'cause I like Dragonite.
Oh no way! You're not gonna pick a Mega Dragonite now. That'd be crazy.
But no, we got Zard Y, so that's good, right? Heat Wave is strong.
Yeah, this thing's very, very good. And I think I was a little surprised. I don't know about you, Shuckle. I was very surprised at how late this dropped. Like, I thought it was a potential first overall pick, but top 5 guaranteed. The fact that it went past that, I was shocked.
Yeah, I thought it was insane. It didn't go into top like 3 or 4. For it to last to round to pick 8, that's like crazy good value.
Yeah. No, that's
Take it.
really good. And basically, you got first overall pick, but you're picking again in what, 7 or 8 picks? That's very nice.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. So no, I think one of the first steps, like some people say, like we all say, like, hey, we have to play the games, yada yada. It doesn't really. You still have to take care of business in the game, but the draft and the team composition is literally like one of the most important things. If you don't have the tools you need every week, you're kind of fighting your way through your season. And I did that last season in DDL. I feel like I didn't have the right roster, but let's just look at this team. You got the Zard Y, you've got the Rotom Wash, Aegislash, your Intimidate user and Earthquake user in Crocodile, base form D-Knight that can hold an item, which is nice, base form Kanga, so you can fake out your ghost types. You got your Venusaur, snipe me pretty hard there.
Yeah.
Base form
Hey.
Gardevoir, we talked about how good its kit was. And you have the super, super fast Greninja and the Mega Lucario just dropping like one of the most amazing picks to finish your draft.
How did Lucario day round 10? That is unbelievable. Well,
People
what-
forget.
It wasn't high on my list, but I guess it can do stuff. Like I want to justified beat ups on this one.
You wanted it for justified beat up? That's why.
Oh my god!
I'm saying that's just a fun option. I don't know. I mean, it hits strong, so I'll take it.
You see
Yeah,
what I have
that
to deal
thing
with-
hits so
deal with
hard.
to deal with. We work a lot together, and he just throws his BS all the time.
It was this or Mega Gallade because I liked all the different moves in Mega Gallade, but I guess
Yeah.
it kind of overlaps with Gardevoir.
Yeah, a bit. The Lucario is a really nice kit as well, right? And it gets the speed boost too when it megas. So I really like this Mega Lucario.
Oh, yeah,
I think it was the
like
first.
112 speed, I think, when it mega, so it's like faster than the base
Yeah.
110s.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, I needed the speed. The speed tier was helpful.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the fact that
two picks were like under base 100 speed, so like getting those last 2 Pokemon like gave you respectable speed options.
Yeah, I got a
Oh, for
couple
sure.
base 80s in there, but I think it'll be manageable. I'm excited for Aegislash. Aegislash was one of my favorite mons to use in like Gen 8. And it gets wide guard, so I think that's good, right? That blocks
Yeah.
no moves.
on a team that's with a Wizard Y that really doesn't like Rock Slide that much, right? I do think that having the Aegislash there, which is really nice. Your type chart is fantastic. Like just looking at this is a beautiful thing. Like you have no abundance of weaknesses that you don't have resist to counter it. Like not at all. And you have more resist than weaknesses in every category but electric and fairy. Like that's really nice. And you have a Zard Y, right? So and Venusaur. So like do you really care about your fairy weakness? I think that's a fantastic job.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, it definitely helps out Dragonite too and Mega Lucario. Hey, Greninja,
Yeah.
I'm excited for Greninja. I feel like that might be a sleeper pick. I don't know. It looks cool on paper.
No, Greninja is really cool. I haven't had the ability to draft it. Well, I have had the ability, but I just haven't. I haven't had the chance to draft it yet. I've had the chance. I just haven't drafted Greninja yet. But I do. Its speed. Yes, it's very frail, but at the same time, its kit is so nice, and it gets so many nice moves as well. And the dark type is just really nice on it too. So, and it's not your primary water type. You've got two of them. You got the Rotom Wash for the bulky water, and you got the offensive fast water on your Greninja. So that's really
Yeah,
cool.
with Protean, it can change out of the water type too in case. So can always play those mind games.
Yep. I agree. Does it get beat up?
I
Does
don't
it?
think
Greninja?
so.
Crook gets beat up for sure.
Yeah, I know Crook does. Probably Kanga too, I would imagine. A lot of things
yeah.
got beat up back.
Yeah,
like,
Kanga has beat up. Yeah,
Yeah.
but not Greninja.
yeah, so you don't know who's gonna mega. The Lucario? Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have the Mega Kang. Never mind.
Yeah, you could beat up into Lucario and
Yeah,
base form
pre-Mega.
Lucario and then Mega, and then you have all that attack. Oof.
Well,
For
one thing
bullet
I like
punch,
about the Mega Lucario is you've got Inner Focus as a base ability, so it's really, they have to make a decision on that turn one whether or not they're going to fake it out if they want to, so they very well could lose a huge amount of momentum on turn one if they choose wrong.
Oh yeah, I've been using some Mega Lucario, and it's fun to just stay in regular form as they fake out you. You don't get flinch, and you go for strong close combat on the Incineroar. And it was like, oof. That wasn't a good idea there.
Also, not to mention inner focus on Dragonite or like on Kang could also be helpful. For,
Oh, wow,
the
you have-
pesky
yeah.
fake out stuff.
You have 3 inner focus Pokemon, so you don't really care about Intimidate at all.
Yeah, and I
no.
think Crocodile was one of the better ones too, because it added it's a lot in one pick, especially for round 4 at that point. I think.
Yeah, this team kind of got everything you need, man. Like you've got your sleep powder spam in the sun. You've got
Oh yeah,
your
you know that too. Yeah. That fast sleep. We're used to singles, so you can only put one Pokemon to sleep, and now you can put every Pokemon to sleep. If
Oh, you
want.
can.
Oh, you didn't even know that?
No.
I
He's
was
just
not
making it up. You can
Oh
only
my
put
God.
yeah. Sleep clause is an effect. Don't-
Does anything get gravity? I'll run gravity. I won't miss.
Everything is legal if you can click it, it's legal. So no evasion clause. There's no sleep clause. There's no whatever. Right? If you can do it in the game.
On the team. Does Crook have Oko move?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Yeah, you might not have any Oko moves on your team. Unfortunate.
Wait, what's the
Oh,
Oko
we
move
can
for
fix
again?
that.
Oh, Fissure. You have Fissure on Crocodile. Yeah, you're fine.
He gets fissure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, tune in next time for us to explain to Six how his team works.
How to make it broken? Thank you.
No, it's funny. You've got a really nice roster, and we were talking about stats. You have an average base stat total of 546.
That's crazy.
Your average attack is 95. Average defense is 88. Your average special attack is 99. Spadef is 97, and speed is 90. I guess the only thing I could really say about this team that maybe if I had to pick it apart would be the slow mode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
Trick Room
feel
would
like
be a lot.
you can just kind of, you've got your imprisoned Gardevoir too, right? Potentially to stop Trick Room
Yeah.
from happening if you're really afraid of that. And also you have so much offense. Like, how do they even set Trick Room on you with all your spread?
Also, some good priority. Dragonite, Lucario.
Yeah, if they want to
85.
set it, you got your E-Speed, you got your Bullet Punch, you got your Water Shuriken, your Fake Out stuff, you can cycle. Yeah, like you're set.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about Trick Room too, but we'll deal with that when.
Yeah, you know what? Like I always say, like give it about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 2. 2 is usually when I start panicking because it's a short season. But like 2 weeks, see how the team plays, and you'll find out where your shortcomings are and stuff like that on the roster, and then you could just patch them up, and then you can make the playoffs later. 8 slots out of the 14. I think there's lots of time to recover after 2 weeks.
Valid. Yeah.
No, so very nice job.
his shortcoming will be not like being used to VGC, honestly.
Well, you're not alone. You're not alone. There's a
Yeah,
handful of guys
definitely
here
not
that
alone.
haven't done it.
If I win one game, I'll be happy.
Go for
See, that's
playoffs,
the
man. Go
Joey
big.
said.
If I make playoffs, that'd be pretty surprising.
It's definitely there. Jordy over here said Sweet Scent Venusaur with Hypnosis Gardevoir. Get out of
I was
here.
just looking at that. Yes, we'll see.
Get out of here, Jordy.
He's writing it down.
I might need that creativeness on my.
put it on the bulletin board.
He's like, write that down. Write that down.
Just write it down. Put it in the notes.
No, that's funny. So I think people are kind of collectively saying this is one of the better teams that was drafted. So I think you can kind of rest on that with a little bit of confidence going into week 1.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
We'll see.
Nice.
Yes, I'm excited. Either way, I'm excited.
Well, it's good to have you here. I'm glad. Who I think it was it Owen, or was it?
Oh,
Like who-
that was me.
Oh, it was you.
I-
Okay.
I said.
Wait, are you two the rivals?
Yes.
Oh, we're. Yeah, I guess so.
How long
We
have we
did
known
that
each
all
other?
the time?
Like
So I don't know if I would
8
consider
years?
it a rivalry or not.
Were you the one trash talking in your video?
Oh, I trash talk Leo all the time.
Okay. Go check out one of his videos when they faced each other. It was so funny. Like, I can't
yeah.
find him. Where is he? And he goes to like the garbage bin and he's like, not here. And then you went to the water. You went out to the beach or something like that. Why? I forget.
I think I
Yeah,
said he
we're
was
trying to-
drowning or something.
Oh yeah, he's
Something.
washed.
Cody
That's what it
Leo.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I was
I
dying.
remember that.
Oh, that's funny. So I'm glad you guys are squaring off this season. So that'll be a fun one for everyone to watch.
Ooh, nice.
I know. I haven't seen anything past week 1. I gotta look.
Well, I haven't mentioned this to anybody yet throughout the video. I try not to do this too much because everybody hears it like it's just everybody says it all the time for no reason. But if you haven't yet already, go check out all of these players' channels. They're going to be playing and uploading every single week, all of their videos. So, and I don't like saying this, but subscribe to them, turn on notifications because you don't want to miss their perspectives of their battles. Everybody has the teams they're following, but you want to follow all of them just because you're going to learn something new from different players. So, Six over here, go find his channel, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Even if you don't want to see him after that, just turn them off after. Just turn them on now. You know what I mean? Anyway, and if you haven't done it to this channel, you do it if you want.
Definitely do.
But Six, thank you very much for joining. We got to head on to the next team, but thank you very much for joining. Fun team, and looking forward to playing you this season.
For sure. Hopefully it's a good one. Later.
All right, see ya. Yeah, I try not to plug, like and subscribe. You know, everybody just does that all the time. But you know what I've been doing recently, actually, as a creator, I mean, and you might be able to speak to this a little bit, is I've been telling people don't subscribe. If you like it at the end, then you could subscribe.
That's a fair point. Yeah.
Because
Watch
again,
the
like
video out, gauge
it's
the
almost
interest.
like in one ear out the other. When you like and subscribe at the beginning of the video, and it's just like, well, why are they liking it? They don't know if they like it yet. You know?
Give them time to watch it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I would just definitely say if you're gonna follow the league, everybody, sub to all the channels. I'll have them in a future one. I didn't want to put them in the description of this stream because I was revealing the teams and I didn't want it to spoil it. So, I think next week is promo week anyway, so you'll find out who's all doing it, and then you can follow them all from there. So, look forward to that. So the next team is Standard VR. Standard VR. So I guess I'll kind of go. Actually, wait, you know this player more so than I do. Did you want to kind of introduce the player himself?
Yeah, well, Standard doesn't have. I don't think he has too much draft league experience. I've really enjoyed he's been posting daily content for a really long time, which like I admire, like the commitment to it. Like he's been doing a great job, and he does a lot of work with Thatsa. So that's how I got to know Standard was through Thatsa. And yeah, I've been enjoying his content. He's primarily a VGC player, but we got him for SPLD League, which was a singles league. He doesn't have that much singles experience and not that much draft experience, but he was able to finish, I believe, with the third best record in the league, third or fourth best record in the league. So he did like a very, very good job and made it to playoffs. So he's a very impressive player, and he's in his VGC wheelhouse, and like we can tell just on how scary this team looks.
Well, yeah, like, and we'll get into the team in just a second. Like, starting off the draft first round, I think it was pick 9 was Standard VR.
Nice,
Yeah. but right before me actually. So there's a snipe here that I will mention. But starting off the draft with Aerodactyl, I think there's no surprise there, especially with the later pick. It's not like a top. If he was probably top 5, I don't think you're picking Aerodactyl. No. Maybe. But being able to get another pick in about 6 picks, I think that's maybe 8 picks. I think it's, if my math is wrong. That's not bad. Grabbing your 130 base speed Tailwind, and then your Rock Slide spam. It's fantastic, right?
Oh yeah.
Then he decided to go ahead and grab the Mega Scizor. That's really nice. The priority Bullet Punch with Technician is just, it's really hard to deal with sometimes. The Rotom Heat. Wow, name escaped me for a second. But yeah, it's you need your Fire Resist when you draft a Mega Scizor or something like that. And he's already got 2. Getting his 3rd one in the Hydreigon at the 4th pick. Sylveon, getting the Fairy type. Obviously, you want to get your Core, your Steel, your Dragon, and then your Fairy. Sylveon's probably one of the better ones in the draft, so that's a nice job at pick 5. Tauros, Water. And then you got your Mamoswine. Thank you very much for ruining my draft. That was picked right before me. I'm next. Don't you worry. I'll tell you what I settled on.
Oof. Oh no.
But then the Raichu. So just getting the Fake Out, because I know Fake Out was a little bit of a premium throughout the draft. Didn't you find that?
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't find that because I picked Sneasler first pick.
Oh yeah, got it right out of the way. And then just to be immune to the Fake Out, you got the Gengar over here, then the Roserade to round it off with the Grass type. So I grabbed my Grass type later as well. So, but I do think that grabbing the, because you got to defend your Hydreigon as well, getting the Poison type. So nice job there. What are your first takes with the team with like this, kind of either how it went from how it started to how it ended? Were you worried throughout, or do you think you kind of hit everything?
Well, I think I'd say it looks very much Gen 6 with the Scizor, Hydreigon, Sylveon, Fairy Dragon, Steel Core combination, Gengar in the back, or Roserade you would have on a team, Aerodactyl, Rotom Heat. They're all like really, really good Gen 6 singles Pokemon. So it's just funny to see the team look like this. Aerodactyl with the first pick, I feel like I would have gone with something more powerful. Like I feel like I think someone said in the chat that like Incineroar still hasn't been picked yet, which is like pretty crazy. So like you have Incineroar there. I think Sinistcha is still around. You have Archaludon if you want to go with Rain. I think Aerodactyl is like maybe the best Tailwind user around, which is great. And like you could pair that really well with your 2nd round pick, but you pick Scizor. Yeah. I don't know if I would pick Scizor if you're trying to get Tailwind and you want like Pokemon to abuse the Tailwind. Mega Scizor is primarily there to click Bullet Punch, so you don't really need the Tailwind from it. And then you get Rotom Heat, which is a nice combination with the Scizor for sure, but also doesn't really support with the fast Tailwind mode that you have with Aerodactyl. So I was like just kind of confused with the vision of the first 3 picks. But I think to make up for that, Hydreigon plus Sylveon around 4 and 5 is like amazing. I think they're both really, really great Pokemon to get
recovered.
Maybe round 5 Sylveon is like one of the biggest steals of the entire draft, to be honest. I don't know how that mon lasted that long.
Yeah, makes sense for sure. Yeah, like the Sylveon going that late, being one of the better fairy types in the format at like in the draft entirely. That's really nice because usually people lock down those fairies pretty early. So no, I think I agree with you when it comes to the progression of the draft. Like Aerodactyl, Scizor, Rotom, you're kind of scratching your head going, what's the plan? And then you just fall into one of the better dragon types. You got your dark type as well, which is always nice to have on a team. You got your super strong fairy type, your Trichromancer as well, combination of the 2. Then you got your Tauros Aqua. Then you got your Mamoswine. Now it's starting to make sense, right? You're starting to see how the team kind of plays, right? So I do agree with you in a sense. It's like, what is he doing? It's like, he recovered pretty nicely.
No, I agree. Yes. And yeah, Mamoswine, again, that was when all the ground types are going. So I guess in round 7, he would have had, because it would have been going against him. So I think more of the ground types are picked earlier. So Mamoswine, I don't know if Mamoswine was the top choice, but this is when a lot of the ground types are going. So I guess this would have been like Excadrill that I picked was before this. There's another ground type round 6 or 7 I was picked before this. Yeah, like a lot of the ground types are going here. So I don't know if Mamoswine was the option, but it fits really nice in the team because like you have Aerodactyl plus Rotom Heat plus Hydreigon. Like he has a lot of ground immunities on the team, so it's really nice to have that strong Mamoswine Earthquake to pair with them. Especially with priority, to go with Mega Scizor priority.
Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of teams that have an abundance of ice weaknesses too, right? So, and a lot of teams can't fit them because ice is not one of the desirable types you want to grab. Saying this to the guy that got Mega Frost last, but
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of like if you have like a list of top tier ice types, there's probably like 3 or 4 of them that are like top notch, then a big gap, and then you have like these can, you know what I mean? Like we're talking Mr. Rhyme earlier today. We're like,
Yeah.
but
It's
like
one
we're
of the best
talking.
ice types.
Well, Mamoswine and the Mega Frostlass, those are 2 of the top ones, I would say, right? Am I missing another one? Like maybe Mega Crab?
Yeah, maybe Ninetales, but
Yeah.
I think Mamoswine's right up there.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted it. And the reason why I waited so late, probably just like Standard did, is there's so many nice ground types that you'd be okay with, but you have one that you'd prefer. So it's funny that we probably had a similar strategy. And I had like 3 or 4 ground types. I'm like, yeah, I think I'll get one of them. 3 of them went before me. And I'm like, oh no, everyone's doing the same thing. So nice pick with the Mamoswine. Immune to Intimidate is really nice. Yeah, the Intimidate does look good into this team against the Scizor, but a nice Swords Dance kind of counters that really nicely. You got the quad weaknesses in the Hydreigon and the Scizor. Is there another one? Am I not seeing that? Let me see. Yeah, there's just the 2 of them. Yeah, but I would say the team's pretty nice. You've got the standard Tailwind Earthquake. You got the Disquake on the team. You got your Fairy Dragon Steel. You got your Fire Water Grass. You have your Intimidate, the Fake Out, the Wide Guard, Snarl Spam, a bunch of Choice Scarf users, a bunch of Sash users. I think that this team is pretty nice. I would give this team a pretty high rating. Maybe not as bad as good as the last couple on paper, but this one's pretty solid. What would you say?
I think it's a lower half team.
Really?
Yes, I think a couple other things, like there is one Mega on the team, which is Scizor, which is a very, very nice Mega, but it has like a very obvious weakness to it, right? So I feel like you could have gotten a second Mega Pokemon to complement Scizor.
Yeah, leaving the stats on the table with another Mega not getting drafted, because like I definitely wanted 2. So getting the 1, we'll see if maybe he goes out and grabs another one. But yeah, you get an extra 100 base stats, right? So even just stats alone, I'm sure you can find room for one.
Yeah, it's just really nice to have. And like Trick Room also looks pretty tough. Now you do have like pretty good priority to like help with Trick Room with Scizor plus Mamoswine, but like what do you use? Like Trick Room seems pretty tough against this team if they can set it up. You have a lot of offensive firepower that it might be tough to set up your Trick Rooms, especially with like a lot of the Trick Room setters are going to be Psychic types. So you have Gengar plus Rock Slide flinching from Aerodactyl plus Hydreigon to like all deal with those Psychic types that want to set up Trick Room. So it's not guaranteed that you're going to be able to set it up on this team. I guess you can run in Prison, Trick Room, Gengar, but that seems pretty niche. But once you set up Trick Room, it seems pretty tough for this team to handle that.
Yeah, will he be able to stall it out? We'll have to see. I do see bulk in a lot of the nice resists too, like a Dark Resist, Fire Resist, Water Resist. So like a lot of the spread moves, you have like Expanding Force stuff potentially. So like Eruption, like there's I feel like this team has tools to get out of it, but this is going to be a can I survive 4 turns of Trick Room?
Yep.
And if you can, yeah.
Then you probably win.
Yeah, so it's like, can you survive the Trick Room and can you stop Trick Room from going up? I think will be the game plan most weeks. And the Scizor setting up, like there's a bit of setup on this team, right? So
yeah. Do you have a Screams user on this team? I don't see that initially. There's no
Raichu
reflect,
probably
though.
gets both, right?
Maybe Raichu just gets lights. No, it gets both. Okay, yeah. So you have that option. I think Rotom also gets it.
Yeah.
Like probably atypical users, but it's all draft, so you can use whatever in draft, and it still works. So yeah, you could definitely make that work.
Yeah, and you got Snarl spam, Intimidate spam, things like that. So I think the damage mitigation is there, and also like the balance cores that he can run. I do think that he has the tools to stall it out, but again, somebody might get position on you, and the game might just be over before you know it. So that might be something this team has to struggle with. But again, this team's got a lot of firepower as well, so something to navigate for the other players. But I do think, like you said, probably middle of the pack, maybe the lower you're saying.
And it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a free draft too, so like a lot of the teams are just really good, but also like half the drafts have to be in the bottom half. Like that's how like the math works. So it's like even if the team looks really great, it's just maybe some other teams look even better than that.
For sure. We'll see if he has a handle on it throughout the season, and if any transactions are made. It's funny, people seem to like their drafts and they're sticking with them. No one's really made any
for
moves.
Sure. Yeah, no transactions yet, right?
No, I haven't been sent any, and we have the channel that no one's typed in any either. So we'll see if the deadline hits around 9 o'clock tonight.
Maybe they're waiting for our suggestions, and
yeah, they're waiting for this stream. They're gonna, I'm gonna start recommending bad stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, speaking of bad stuff. Speaking of bad stuff, best segue ever. This team here.
Completely change your team. I like that.
Yeah, so this is the team that I went with. Me as a player, for people who don't really know, I've won one league. It was YPL, which was actually a no tiers league, funny enough. So where I had the most success was in a league where I was able to pick everything with no restrictions. So call it an advantage, I guess. I don't know. But I decided to start off the draft with Mega Gardevoir. Then I went and got my Tailwind with the Talonflame, Dragapult, Mega Blastoise, so going with the double Mega with the Blastoise and the Gardevoir, the Oranguru, and the Torkoal. We all know what that does. The settle for the ground type pick, Diggersby, which I do like this thing, but it ain't no Mamoswine. And then we got Klefki near the end, Glamora, and my grass type I got at the end I mentioned earlier in my Hisuian Decidueye. So, one of the things I wanted to go with this one is because I drafted 10th, when I did the randomized draft order, which is a very funny way of doing it with that football thing.
Funny. Yeah.
Like if you guys ever want to randomize a draft order, use I think it's 100-yard dash it's called. Oh, it's funny. You just plug in the players and they just run for like a minute, and whoever wins the race gets it. So I thought that was funny. So I got 10th, and I wasn't super happy because in my opinion, in a 14-player draft, 8, 9, 10 is probably the worst, I think, because you don't get a top pick. Fair. Yeah, you don't get a top pick. You don't get to pick again for a bit. So it's kind of like the worst of both worlds. Like you're near the bottom, at least you get another pick pretty soon. But
yeah, exactly. Like being close to the wheel is nice. You can like make synergistic picks, and they're not gonna be sniped.
Yeah, so it's not like I got sniped a lot. I got sniped near the end more so. Like I got my Gardevoir that I wanted, because again, when you're picking near the bottom at the first round, you're like, well, I'm not gonna make plans for Charizard Y, Mega Floette, things like that. It's more like I have a plan, but if something drops me, I'm willing to adapt. And Mega Gardevoir was on the high end of what I wanted, and I got it. So I do think that this thing's stats are very, very nice. It can be used in Trick Room, Fast Mode, things like that. Get the Fairy type out of the way, because as I mentioned earlier, we both agreed on that good support was very hard to get. I felt that Gardevoir also kind of filled that role as well, and the Talonflame. So I ended up getting both of them. Not super synergistic together aside from just Tailwind Boom, but it kind of set up the rest of my draft getting both of these things nice and early. Then the Dragapult, it was like, let's get a Dragon type as well, because it kind of helps the Gardevoir a little bit. With the, the Gardevoir helps the Dragapult. There we go. The Fairy Dragon Steel, I wanted to get it.
Yeah, Fairy Dragon, yeah.
Yeah. Mega Blastoise, I don't remember why I wanted that. I really don't.
It's a Mega Blastoise. It has Fake Out, and you go for Shell Smash, and you go. Well,
yeah, I know what it does. It's just I don't remember what the inspiration was. It might have been like, what's a water type? And okay, well, Blastoise does the job. This might have been an audible.
This also works in Trick Room. You could go like Fake Out into Trick Room with Mega Gardevoir, and then you have a slow, strong Blastoise without having to go for Shell Smash, or you have the Shell Smash option with Blastoise as well.
Oh, I'm gonna write that down. No, so yeah, Mega Blastoise does Mega Blastoise-y things. I've liked it. I think I've used it on the ladder a couple of times, and I kind of like it. Needed a Fake Out user too, so this was more of a roll compression pick, I think. Then at that point, I'm like, I'm kind of weak to Trick Room, so because like we got 142, 126, and 100, right? So it's like, you know what? Let's go grab the other end of it. So we got our Tailwind, our Fast Mode. Let's just lock in one of the better Trick Room setters in the game in Oranguru. And then when it came back to me, Torkoal was still there. So I'm like, well, they're kind of like peanut butter and jelly. They kind of go together really well. And I'm down for getting another fire type. Like Talonflame's kind of a fake fire type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's definitely fake. Yeah, I mean, it was insane. You got Torkoal. I mean, I think this is one of the best drafts in general, but yeah, it was insane. You got Torkoal at pick 6. Why did that happen?
It's funny, we've been talking all week about planning this stream, and this is the first time I've heard you say you liked my draft.
I never said I didn't like it.
I think I just naturally assume people don't like my builds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how it works. Like, it's like, I'll finish the draft, be like, yeah, I got everything I wanted. And people do power rankings. I'm like, bottom 2. And I'm like, wow, thanks guys. Love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like, what have I not really mentioned that you kind of see on this team that you kind of like or dislike?
Well, then you got Diggersby, which, I mean, yeah, it's your Earthquake ground type. It's like, yeah, I think you would have preferred other ground types. So I think Diggersby definitely works in this spot. And it like can work fine in Trick Room as well. Or have it in Tailwind. I think it's like you have it at the base 80 speed, so it's like perfect in either mode. Klefki with I was gonna say one of the best screen users, maybe outside of Frostlass and Alolan Ninetales. But Klefki is probably the most reliable because you don't have to worry about weather resetting it. You can get reflected light screens pretty easily with it, and then you have all the offense you have. So Klefki seems pretty great there. Glamora round 9. I don't know how you got Klefki round 8, Glamora round 9. It's like, well, why is
Skill.
Glamora sitting around there round 9? That is insane. It's like I saw it there for the whole time. It's like, why is it still there? But like I don't need it. I have Tyranitar plus Sneasler. I don't need Glamora, but I want to pick it so bad because it's there. And you got it round 9 is crazy. The only pick I'm not the biggest on is the Decidueye round 10, which it's a round 10 pick, which is fine. But I think you wanted probably a pretty sturdy ground resist, and your team is kind of lacking, and not at the moment. So like I guess Decidueye might have been the best grass type available, honestly.
Well, I'm trying to think, who was my ground type that I wanted? I remember it was Meowscarada. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I wanted Meowscarada, not so much for a ground resist. I just wanted a grass type and stuff like that. And I kind of wanted a dark type that I missed out on. That's one thing I wished I got, but I couldn't find one, not a good one.
Yeah.
But when you leave it for that late, right? So you kind of, you roll with it, right? You roll with the
free
punches,
draft,
right?
But you still can't get everything that you want to get.
Exactly. And I think I made out pretty good getting my different typings I wanted. I got my fire, water, grass. I did want a fighting type as well. I think it was either a grass. I needed a grass type, and I wanted a dark resist. So I felt like grass fighting did the job. And you know, a triple arrows is kind of nice too, and coaching.
You put that in Trick Room. Yeah, coaching. Yeah.
So I think it was either that or Chestnut that I was considering, and
Chestnut wouldn't have been bad with this, honestly.
Yeah, there were some close. I was really considering both of them. I wanted them for the same reason, but they both did different things. Like I could have gotten wide guard. The attack, actually, believe it or not, is the only difference is 5. Like you're talking 107 to 112 between the two. The defense is skyrocketed with Chestnut over the Decidueye, but the special defense is way higher with Decidueye. Yes. The speed, believe it or not, Chestnut's actually faster than Hisuian Decidueye.
Oh, is it? What is Decidueye speed? 60. Oh yeah, I guess it is faster.
Yeah, and Chestnut 64. So I was like, honestly, man, like, still gets coaching. You know, the body press did the thing. You know, and so I'm like, you know what? They both do different things. Wide guard would be nice against this team. Rockslide's kind of a pain. You know, into Gardevoir and Talonflame and things like that. So I wasn't really sure, and I kind of decided on the Decidueye. So that might turn into a Chestnut eventually. But I do think
maybe it could be an Ariados too. If you're looking for because you don't have redirection on the team. I don't know if that's something you want, especially with like Blastoise or with Calm Mind Gardevoir or Torkoal or something like that. I don't know if you wanted redirection on a team or just Dragapult, just clicking Dragon Darts and not getting hit, bringing it down to a Sash. So I mean, maybe you could get Ariados here.
Yeah, it's just like, it's one of those, like, you have 10 slots and you gotta fill in so many roles, right? So like I really want a grass type, because like Earthquake spam is just everywhere, right?
Yeah, it is.
And ground stab is just so nice. There's not many resists. Usually teams are, well, and also if you look at mine, I've got a quad into the Glamora. I've got Klefki's weak to it, aside from Magnet Rise. And then I got Torkoal, right? So I kind of needed the ground resist, and Ariados doesn't resist it, because I was looking at it. I was definitely looking at it.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like, again, all things considered, I kind of got what I wanted. I had to pivot a little bit. The Diggersby would have been a Mamoswine. The Decidueye would have been a Meowscarada, and I think I would have been happy with everything. I think the Meowstic over the Klefki, that was the round that I was talking to my front office back and forth about, like, man, like, do I want Klefki or do I want Meowstic? I want one or the other, and I think we talked, hummed and hawed, and then it was like, well, let's go get Meowstic, or Mega Meowstic. That's what it was.
Yeah, Mega Meowstic.
Just so I can have the item list one, and it was gone. I'm like, well, that decision's easy now.
No, I think Mega Meowstic went last round.
Mega Meowstic went last round, or did we just decide? It might have been Meowstic, and then
nothing was going to go last round because Leo was going to probably pick up Mega Meowstic over Mega Lucario.
Oh, it might have just been regular Meowstic then. It was picked round 5, so maybe it was like...
regular Meowstic was picked round 5 by Diatite.
Yeah. So I think... Yeah, I don't really remember. It might have been the conversation. It was just like...
Typing, and Klefki was like by far the best steel typing left at that point.
Yeah, it was either that or Hisui and Goodra. I think I grabbed it the same round that Konami got it, and I think I chose this one over it, and then he picked it. I'm like, well, I think he was probably fighting for a steel type as well, so...
Yeah, I would definitely pick Klefki over Goodra. I think you made a good choice.
Yeah, like, I think I'll be happy with it. I've won with it before. I've done really well with it before, so I kind of... The comfortability is...
You have priority Thunderwave, so...
Yeah, it's definitely going to be coming most weeks, I will say that. And there is something to say about being able to defend against every weather in the game. It gets 3 of them.
Yeah,
You know, not many other prankster users can say that. Sandstorm, Sunny Day, Rain Dance. Can't see me setting sand too much.
No, I would, especially now with Talonflame.
No. But I don't know. I think I made it all right. I'll let you guys decide in the chat what you guys think. But we'll be doing power rankings in the future and stuff like that. But no, so I guess that's it for my team. But clearly it's the best team in the draft. Yeah, it's way better than Shuckle Kings, right?
I'm thinking the next team we see might be the best team in the draft.
Yeah, speaking of the next team, oh my goodness. You guys ready for this? Oh my goodness. Viz took no prisoners with this draft. When I saw the Sinistra, it went along with my idea of get your support first, and that's probably the best support, one of them, based on the team you wanted to go for. And once I saw the Arch pick, I'm like, uh-oh. Like, I knew what this team was going to be, because, like, obviously there were 2 Rain Setters left, and he got the one he wanted in the Pelipper, but, like, you could just tell. Look, the draft tells a story. Like, look. Well, actually, hold on. You want to talk about the player first? I keep missing that.
We don't need to talk about Viz. No.
We don't need to talk. If you don't know Viz is very creative, very solid, knows what he's doing around a Pokemon match, singles and doubles, excels at both. I've been watching Viz for years, so I'm actually really when you said that Viz was going to play, I was actually really happy and excited because and I actually got to play Viz this season, so I'm really looking forward to that. Play one of your idols, right? So.
Yeah, and I think he did one last ride in like July or August, and he hasn't done a draft league since. So like he's been at it, like he hasn't played for a while. So I know he was really itching to play in a draft league. So I'm glad he had decided to join this.
Well, I think a lot of people were kind of curious what was going to happen with Champions, who was going to be the first one, and I'm glad we were the first one to it. And I don't think anybody really knew what the teams were going to look like. But you can definitely tell people were prioritizing the support again early on, and then just kind of grabbing the megas later. You can definitely tell people went for megas that have dual utility with pre and post mega. But Viz here just went, I'm just going to pick all the megas I want. You got 4 of them.
That's great. Yeah, I think he's the one person that got four megas.
Yeah. Definitely the most out of everybody, getting 4 megas. But again, like Mega Manectric with the Lightning Rod and the Intimidate, that's really nice.
Even base form, you could stay base form and get Lightning Rod for Pelipper.
Yep, you just got to navigate that with your Arch and the Electro Shot and stuff like that. But the base speed of Mega Manectric is bananas. 135?
Yeah. It's like the same speed as another Mega that he has.
Yeah, I was gonna say, imagine if you got 2 of them.
Yeah, no, so he could like control the speed with Tailwind, and then you have the Manectric with 135 speed, and hence Snarl still, right?
Yeah,
So
I can see.
Take the lower special attacks that'll you want to attack Arch on the special attacking side, so you have fast Gnarled to lower special attacking output in the Arch.
Yep. Yeah.
And then you get your Sinistra healing. It's this. I'm not. And then you have the Sableye, the light screen Sableye that's been going around with Archaladon. It's like, I don't want to face this.
No, we definitely do not want to face this. And what fake out users? We got the what's called the Mega Lopunny, which is again very underrated with Scrappy. 135 speed with everything that it does, right? So unintimidatable, right? Like you can intimidate the Arcanine, you can intimidate the Starmie and the the Azumarill, which by the way I found that was the only overlap in this draft, the Starmie and the Azumarill. I feel like they're both very similar, not just because they have the same ability, but the physical water output. Maybe the Starmie was a little excess, but again, in a 10 Pokemon draft with free everything, right? Like why not?
Yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, one can work in faster modes and one can work in Trick Room modes if you really want to. You do have the Sinistra there, so I could easily see like justification for both. But yeah, maybe it's a little bit of overlap, but I feel like he covers a lot of bases with his picks anyway. The double Intimidate with Arcanine plus Manectric.
Yeah, just in case you don't want to Mega it, you can still have the Intimidate available, right? And just to kind of show a little bit of, I want to make a video one of these days of what your draft choices say about you. Hisuian Zoroark, kind of a dick move.
Yeah, especially with Viz. Viz is gonna pull some wild stuff with Zoroark.
Why?
You always have to think. He has 3 ghost types on the team too with Arch, so it's like you want to like either hit on the special side or hit it with close combat. It's like, well, you got to go for close combat in the Arch against 3 ghost types.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Or is it even the Archaladon? That could be the Zoroark, and you're doing no damage into it, and Zoroark hits you on the special side that you're not expecting.
Yeah, like in the chat, just a question for the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you hate facing a team like this? My goodness, forget about the pilot. Just for a second, right? Like obviously Viz is very capable of like running a team that of many variations, but this, yikes! I will leave that up to you guys to discuss. We got a 9 already with Gabriel. Yeah, I would go into the double digits for sure. I think this is the best team in the draft. I think so. There's definitely some really good teams out there, but I do think that this one kind of stands above.
Yeah. And like he could run, him and Amel run pretty unconventional sets. So like this is like weirdly conventional of a team, you could say. Maybe like the Arcanine is kind of weird on the team, but like I think Arcanine is just great value at round 5 for what it does. So like maybe that's weird, but outside of that, it's like it's a very standard team. So it's like, how is he gonna make it his own? Because I know he will make it his own. And it's like I'm scared because even if he doesn't want to do that, just his team normally, like I don't want to face his team normally, and then I have to deal with the sauce that this is gonna add on top. It's I hope I don't face this team this season.
Well, and you can even disguise your Trick Room setter, like one of the better Trick Room setters, as the Zoroark as well, right? So if you think that they're gonna go for Trick Room or something like that, or Rage Powder Belly Drum or something like that, and then you just go off with the Zoroark, like that thing is really scary. And one of the things I like about rain teams, just weather teams in general, is don't let your drizzle / drought / whatever be your only form of control. And then he gets the Sableye.
Yep.
Right? So I really like that. Not to mention other things can just run raw Rain Dance as well, right? But you get a Sableye. That was definitely picked not for the intention to Mega it.
No.
That was just amazing.
For a normal person, that wouldn't be the intention, but it's Viz, so you never know. Maybe he'll pull out some Calm Mind Mega Sableye that we don't expect.
No, I need to, when I face him or if I face him, whatever, I got to look at the ways, all the weird things on YouTube, what people would run just to get familiar with it, and I'm not looking forward to it. So, yeah. No, I think we would all say that this team is pretty solid, so nice job, Viz. But no, I guess any final thoughts about the player / team or whatever it is? Because we didn't really talk about... No, I think everything got talked about.
Yeah, Viz did pretty well in SPL Season 3. He finished 7th out of 20 teams, so he did pretty well. He beat me in playoffs, so that was not fun. So he has a ton of experience. Like, he's done a lot of singles draft leagues in Generation 9, but his bread and butter was VGC back in the day and Battle Spot singles. So like he's definitely used to like this type of format. This is where he shines, and he already shines in the singles format. So yeah, he's going to be a very tough battler. I would guarantee him for playoffs, and I'm not going to want to face him in playoffs. And I face him week 6 in the regular season, so that's also not great.
Yikes.
That's gonna be if I'm making playoffs or not, it's gonna be whether I could beat Viz. It's like I don't want to bank on that.
Yeah, not a good way to end off your season or to with it on the line. So win early. I think that's pretty simple. One thing, just to give you guys an idea, if you don't know who Viz is as a player, Viz played in a draft league, and I forget what it was. I think it was Joe UX9's league. I think it was X9 Draft League or whatever it was.
Oh yes,
in Sword and Shield. And just to give you an idea of what kind of a builder he is, this guy, his answer for stopping Trick Room was Porygon Z and Gengar. Tricked an eject pack onto the Trick Room setter, went for the max strike into the partner, and it hard switched it out when the stat dropped.
That's wild.
I just sat there, I'm like, out of all the ways to stop Trick Room, that's the one you decided, and it worked really well. And guess what? Now you have a PZ that just deleted something and Trick Room's not up.
Oh yeah, Viz is the inventor of Facade Ting-Lu. Yeah, he had the weakness policy Ting-Lu against Pokeaim and beat him with offensive Ting-Lu.
Yeah, my answer for Ting-Lu is definitely Burn It as well, so I would have gotten wrecked.
Yeah.
So, no, that's funny. And my answer for Ting-Lu was like Pain Split, Spiritomb, and then Burn It. I thought that was kind of funny, and then it couldn't kill me, so... but anyway, so that's it for Viz's team. Instead of fanboying overall, let's fanboy over the next person. We got OG, no stranger to the draft league community. If you don't know who this guy is, you're not watching draft. And OG, I know you're at work right now doing some stuff, but if you want to join us, you're more than welcome to just join the call and kind of
I'm sure he's
hop in
at work.
Yeah, you're not doing anything at work anyway. Just join.
I'm sure he's not busy.
Nah, and I know he's listening to this too. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, and join. No. So, all right. So I'll let you talk about the player a little bit. Just again, because I'm not as familiar with him as I met him in person in Toronto, which was pretty cool. We talked a little bit about baseball. He just got home. I can pop in soon. Beauty. Well, you got like a minute, so.
Now we'll get him.
Yeah, talk about the player. He's listening, so only say something you want him to hear. You don't want to pump his tires too hard, you know?
No, I've known Owen for quite a long time. What, Generation Did we play Generation 7 together? Maybe it was early Generation 8 when Draft League was at its low because of the timer and such. It was 20-minute your timer, I think. So it was workable, but it was still like pretty tough, and like a lot of people dropped out of draft, but we kept it going strong. But yeah, no, Owen, yeah, he was not a great player early on, I will be honest, but now he's like one of the best singles players out there, and he's definitely proven his worth in VGC as well. He made playoffs of SPL in his I believe that was his first, or I think he might have done one regional before doing SPL season 3, but he made playoffs of that, which was pretty impressive with the roster that we had. And yeah, he has so many. I think he sent you like how many wins he has.
Oh, I've got it.
It was like 800.
I've got it in the chamber, ready to go. And what he didn't put on here, he day two'd Scraw's tournament last weekend too.
Yeah. So it's, even though we have like singles players out here, it's like we can figure out how the VGC works. Partly because we don't have a choice but to figure out how VGC works because we can't play singles, but yeah, it's also like he's a very creative builder. So like, and he'll put the work in. Like he's one of the hardest working people I know in Draft League. Like he'll make sure, like if he's struggling in a matchup, like he'll like get 10 mocks, he'll get 20 mocks to like figure out the one path that he can get to win a game. So he is very good commitment into the game, and I like it's very respectable. So like Owen's gonna put the hardest work out there out of anybody in the league, I imagine.
Well, being respectable, let's talk about these stats here. Like he sent me them. I'm going to start with the, first of all, who tracks this? But anyway, he 868 wins, 438 losses. And I would imagine that's over every draft league game ever, every league, every format, everything. So, and the fact that you said he started off as not the greatest in the beginning and still having a record like that, all things considered, like that's...
He's been so hot lately. It's crazy.
No, that's awesome. And then we've got 19 championships, 29 finals, And we've got, let me see, top 4 in SPL in SPL VGC.
Yep.
And again, he just day 2'd one of the biggest tournaments of all time. So very, very cool stuff. Glad I get to face him at some point.
I think this is also one of the better teams out there. It's like, I don't want to face this either.
Well, let's look at the team then. We've got Mega Aerodactyl to start off the draft at 12th overall. Again, you're kind of, you're at the mercy of what's picked before you, right? But I don't think there's any mistake with the Mega Aerodactyl there, the fastest Tailwind setter in the game next to Tailwind, right? Sorry, next to Prankster.
Prankster, yeah.
Yeah, and then he grabs the Incin next. Man, when I saw the Incin still on the board, I'm like, I know what my second pick is.
Oh, ain't no way. Well, I don't know how it lasted the round 2, but getting Incineroar Mega Air, that's crazy.
Yeah, and what's the deal with round 2 Incin?
Dude, it was Arrow or Instant round 1. I was like, oh, these are 2 mons I'd be super happy to build around. As much as I wanted to use Instant, I was like, I really like the Arrow speed. I think locking up that like top 1 speed tier in the format, like pre any like multipliers, was big.
Yep.
And I thought for sure, especially in a wheel spot, right? You pair Instant with something really strong offensively that supports well. There was no shot I was coming back. I had no illusions. I was looking at what else I was going to get in round 2, and I was actually even already looking at Arcan. Like the moment I picked, Mega Arrow. So the fact that it lasted was, it was pretty awesome. I wasn't expecting it, but we'll take it,
Yeah, 2 first-round picks is always nice, right? And
I
then you get the
I think we got 2 second-round picks as well.
Yeah, like
3 and 4.
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead, Owen.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, the fact that obviously round like 3 and 4, I was able to like secure like the really solid like follow me redirection stuff like that alongside Komodo. I don't know, the way I liked, again, I'm no VGC expert at all, but the few times I've played VGC draft, I've really like enjoyed having kind of like just approaching in like different modes and having different modes. And this like Clefable, Incin, Komodo kind of like combination is really, really restrictive for the builder, especially when there aren't like, great options around it. There aren't covert cloaks for my fake outs. And there aren't clear amulets for my parting shots and things like that. I was pretty juiced on this. I think the draft in general is really, really strong.
I think we would all agree with that, right? Like, it's just the way it started, and not to mention the way it ended. And you got Basculegion female. I don't think you settled for anything. I think the female one does really well as well. Then you got your Scizor, so your steel type. Then you got the Rhyperior just to get your Trick Room going. I feel like that was probably a moment, is that right? When you were just like, oh yeah, I should probably focus on Trick Room.
Yeah, so yeah, the team was like a little bit awkward speed-wise, and I think that's my one thing I don't like about the team is like there's like obviously Arrow fast as hell, right? And then there's, I honestly think, a good Trick Room mode, but those middling speed tiers in between is kind of like the only reason I threw a Typhlosion in there, because it also gives you like Eruption Wave plus Arrow Rock Slide, right? Which is bad. But yeah, it was shoring up Trick Room, making sure I could outslow people if I need to with like Rhyperior, Coffer Setter, and then Mega Abomasnow has some other uses as well, which I'm actually really excited to use. But also getting like a strong ground type next to Arrow I think is really important. And I don't know if you guys noticed this while drafting too, and I've been like doing a lot of prep for this. Like I'm playing in a couple draft league tournaments where like 6v6 singles champions on Showdown. The quality of like good offensive grounds is like in the gutter. It's Chomp, it's Crook, and that's it, right. So like
Diggersby though. Diggersby though.
No return Diggersby is a little tough. I'm not gonna. It was on the board. I was thinking about it, but it was a little tough.
Yo, Diggersby.
It's like that. Mamo isn't bad either, but I really do like the Rhyperior, even if it's double rock. Like it's really strong under Trick Room. Gives me like some rock slide spam next to Arrow as well, which is pretty cool. And honestly, against slower teams, you could tailwind a Rhyperior and out stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it was probably the best option left. Maybe Mamo, but this helped. It kind of 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yeah, double rock lead said no one ever. No, I definitely feel it, and kind of hiding there behind like the mask of what this team is showing on the screen is you got Lightning Rod for your Arrow and your Basque.
Oh, 100%. And on the Basque thing too, I was a little bit down on it in the sense of like obviously it's not big broken male Basculegion, but not only is it like a strong special attacker, it gives me more spread damage like Muddy Water and Adapt. It's obviously hitting hard. Last Respect still doesn't tickle, right? Obviously, this isn't the ladder, right? Where female Bass right now is running like Scarf Pure Special, but if I can stack a couple boosts, I mean, it's still adaptability, 150 base power potentially, things like that, where it's gonna hit really, really hard. I think Theovasculation is actually is one of my favorite things in the draft. I was really happy that girl lasted.
Well, let me tell you something. I had this thing once in, again, I picked up a team midway through the draft, and I was like, oh, let's go get Bastion Legion. I got my Rain, whatever it is. Wave Crash from that thing still hurts like hell. That thing, like, well, Bastion Legion male only has, what, 112? And then you've got the female version's 92.
Yeah.
That's
no,
still...
very respected. It sounds terrible, but when you like throw on the adapt boost, it's really not bad at all. It's pretty darn strong.
Well, and the base power of the move too. Like I did a deep dive one time. I've mentioned this on my channel before. The correlation between offensive stat and base power of a move. The fact Wave Crash is busted. Flare Blitz busted. Anything that's over 100 power, even more Pico's Aura Wheel. It hits so damn hard just with the base power of the move, and because the recoil, you have such a high HP stat too. It's almost like this thing suffers the least from those recoil moves because of the HP stat.
Oh, 100%. I recently had a big tour game a month or so ago to kind of end out Gen 9, where I was playing in a finals game. The format was Usum. It was Gen 7 single. But, you know, VGC guys, they see Mega Charizard Y, obviously, really strong heat waves, weather balls. In that finals game, I brought the, like, adamant, super fat Mega Charizard Y against, like, full single stall, and it got 5. You know what I mean? Like, that's the beauty of draft, right? It's so much fun, and I think Bastion Legion is one of those ones, like, totally kind of assume that, like, oh shit, is it physical, is it special, is it mixed kind of thing, whereas that might not be as great in, you know, a standard format where you're gonna like max and optimize everything for a more general meta.
You know, shout out Bastion White Stripe.
There you go.
No, so where are you at with this team? I'm looking at this Copa Grigas, man. Like, Shaka, where are you at with this Copa Grigas? It's like a pseudo Weezing, isn't it, with its Mummy ability?
Oh, I guess so, but I think it's more there to... Is it the only Trick Room setter? How many Trick Room setters?
It is the only Trick Room setter currently. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought Clef got it for a little bit, and then we were about halfway through the draft.
What, Typhlosion doesn't get Trick Room? Rude.
Yeah, really. Or Abomasnow. It'd be great if Abomasnow did. But no, I'm a big fan of Cofagrigus, especially like Nasty Plot sets. Like it hits like a truck.
Oh, you're talking that setup. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wasn't even there yet.
CM, yeah. CM,
I mean, Mummy's fine, but like I would contribute Cofagrigus more to Trick Room plus Nasty Plot and just dealing a ton of damage with Ghost, which is like pretty hard to resist. And if you have your Como in the back that's going to deal with it. Your Rhyperior is going to deal a lot of damage to those Pokemon. So yeah, I really like the Cofagrigus here.
Is there any like move ability you can take on your own? Just take one of your own abilities and give it to it?
No, so it's not like it doesn't swap them. It just
I'm thinking of
Rubigus on like almost like it's like a virus, right? It, like Mummy does
yeah.
Kind of thing.
Wandering Spirit,
it, like,
that's what I'm thinking
add to
of.
the defensive utility. I do think it's quite bulky in regards like obviously it's the only Trick Room setter, but if I need Trick Room up, there's a good chance I'm going to be able to get up, especially alongside Clef, especially alongside like a lot of these guys, especially alongside Instant. You know, already so bulky physically defensive wise. If we tack on like an Intimidate there, go a little bit Spadef on the Cofagrigus, you're getting Trick Room up, which is really nice because while it is the only Trick Room setter, there is a pretty heavy Trick Room mode with the Mega Abomasnow, even Rhyperior.
Yeah, I think speed control setup is probably the name of your game with this team. You definitely have the tools to do it, but there is a big drop in speed after you get the Aerodactyl Typhlosion. Like you kind of need Tailwind for the other ones to kind of get going. But once Trick Room goes up, I think you're probably fine. That's probably your stronger mode, I would say, even though the Aerodactyl's so strong.
Oh yeah, 100%. I do think like it's a combination of like either like Tailwind to get things going, leveraging like obviously like Scarf. I do think I'm a little locked in with a Scarf on a couple of my mons every week. I'm not gonna like outwardly like completely say it, but a couple of these guys are like almost forced into a Scarf roll on non-Trick Room modes, which is a little bit tough. This team is definitely not like perfect in that regard, right? But I also do like the follow me plus setup redirection spam, and something I think is really big. I think in draft in general, in Gen 9, I was like really big on this single. Is strong priority is so nice, right? Especially in doubles where like I can't always guarantee that I'm gonna outplay my opponent to always have this, whether they be trying to get up Trick Room or Tailwind, right? But I do know that more often than not, my Scizor is going with a really strong much, right? Especially if we can find opportunities to set that up, like follow me's and fake outs and things like that. It does secure that while I am a little bit weaker in the speed control game than some teams, you do have that really powerful option. I also really like Scizor to Mo-O, that combination.
Oh yeah, for sure. You take on the fairy types that want to deal with Como.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had in my notes that I think Como could be top 3 in kills because I feel like you support it just so well with Intimidate, Follow Me, Tailwind, with all the options and the great abilities that Como has. Like, yeah, I'm very excited to see how that.
And obviously, on the ladder, we're seeing a ton of like Clanger Soul, but people forget like the ID press sets aren't very good on like ladder right now. But in a draft matchup where I'm not playing into Mega Gengars and a bunch of these, really Sinistras every week and things like that, where that set would obviously do nothing. ID Press can be really strong. DD can be really strong. Even Sword Save if you really want to, but probably like the combination of like, Clanger Soul, Iron Defense, and Dragon Dance. It's, 3 setup options on a guy with that stats or those stats. Pretty nice.
Yep.
Well, and 3 usable abilities too, right? Bulletproof, Soundproof, Overcoat are very nice to have when you need to reach into the toolbox, right? So very, very cool team. I think we would all agree that this is a pretty solid squad. I don't think anybody would say it's perfect, but I do think that we see how it wants to play and it's very strong. I think we would all agree with that. So nice job on the team. But we do have to move on to the next team though. We are almost at the 3-hour mark. So I do apologize to what's his name? Sorry, Shuckle. I do apologize. I said 3 hours. He's like, yeah.
No, we're good.
All right, see you guys. Have fun.
Owen, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Owen.
A solid guy.
Yeah, he's great. And I think
I'm just looking at the time.
Really well with this team. I'm excited, but there's so many good teams. It's like we all can't do well, obviously, just because like
someone's got to lose. Unfortunately,
someone has to lose and someone has to win. But like, I'm just so excited to see all these teams come out. Like, I'm so excited for draft to come back.
Well, just to see some good mons, right? I know that PokeAim's a big advocate of just like I just want to see good mons. I just want to see good games. I just want to, it's just mons. It's just fun, right? So. And that's what we're here for. So one thing I noticed before we move on from this team, everybody was ripping into your quad weaknesses. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, and no one said a word.
I know.
Rude. Rude. All of you in the chat are rude. Yeah, I said it. Nah, you're all pretty cool. But anywho, let's go on to the next team though. So another team that I'm really excited to play against, who's been doing draft probably longer than anyone I've ever known, is Nexus. And Nexus actually recently just debuted in that big tournament from Scraw as well, right? So like, what else has he done on your end that you know of in the past?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure everyone knows Nexus, but like he was in GBA maybe season 2 or 3. He was and GBA was like the very first Pokemon Draft League that was out there, and he's still playing. So he's like the longest running draft league player that's still out there, which is really, really cool that he's a part of this project. And I've played a bunch of leagues with Nexus. He's one of the funniest guys out there, but he's also very dedicated. He puts a lot of work into building his teams in, mocking for matchups and stuff. I think people don't understand all the work that he puts into his teams and such. So like Nexus is like a very, very great battler, very dedicated. And yeah, as we saw, he debuted at the recent Scrawl event, got 9 wins. Like Nex is a great player, so I expect really good things from him from this league.
Well, and somebody just kind of outed him, singles player located, and the team definitely kind of does speak towards leaning in the singles, like what's kind of valued in the singles kind of format that people like to use. But I do think this does work in VGC. It does look like a little bit of a mixed bag, but we'll get into it in a second. So we've got the draft started off with Palafin. Was it banned in singles?
I mean, it was banned in OU, and we banned it for SPL at points. Some leagues had Palafin banned in singles, some didn't have it banned. I think by the end, most leagues didn't have Palafin banned in singles.
Yeah, so this is he was probably just chomping at the bit to go get. He's like, oh, Palafin, it's like the forbidden fruit. And then King Gambit just does really, really well next to the Palafin, because like one way to slow it down is get your Intimidate cycle. Well, good luck with that. Damage mitigation with the Alolan Ninetales, very nice pick. Mimikyu. The team is starting to look like a mixed bag, but you can definitely start to see some of the modes as it goes on. The Mimikyu for the Trick Room. Then you got the Mega Venusaur, just an absolute tank. I just did a video recently on it showing its tankiness. It is no joke. Gliscor again over here, Gliscor, however you want to pronounce it. A singles dream. Unfortunately, no toxic orb available, but side poison is definitely a thing. Infernape, also really nice as well, with some coaching, fake out, fire stuff. Physical and special, which is nice. The Jolteon, my beloved. This thing was my kill leader in the season I just finished. Mega Crab, I wasn't sure when or if this thing was going to get picked, and it was a little later. We'll talk about it. And then Mega Meow at the end, and this is the male version. We made both available, so there potentially could be Mega Meow sticks, 2 of them running around. So your initial thoughts?
I think overall, I probably rate this team in the bottom half. I feel like Palafin could have been around 3 or 4 Pokemon. I don't think it needed to go round 1. But if it's something you really want to use and have fun with, then like I definitely understand why it was picked. But it's like, it's not the easiest Pokemon to navigate around. Like you definitely want a lot of pivoting with it. There's definitely a downside to get it activated and such. And like it's definitely easier to stay on the field even longer with Aurora Veil from and Ninetales, which is really nice. And you said the Intimidate shuffling with King Gambit as well as like a deterrent. It's like that's also very nice. But I feel like you want Rain as well, and I feel like there's like you have like King Gambit works in Rain, Jolteon works in Rain, but like you don't have immediate Rain on this team. I guess Meowstic runs Rain Dance, right? So like that's an option. I was
thinking Jolteon as well could potentially run it.
Fast Rain. That's definitely fair. Yeah. So I don't really like the Palafin pick, especially because like Incineroar was there. So you could have gotten Incineroar with your first round pick.
Yeah. It is crazy to think it's like you passed up this.
Yeah. But I like the Ninetales. I like the Ninetales. I think that's cool. You have the fast fairy type. Ice moves are like you don't really draft a lot of times to get ice resists. So like having one of the strongest ice types around is certainly nice, and having one of the best screen setters in the game is like really nice for Nexus. Like how are you gonna kill Mega Venusaur under Aurora Veil? That seems like
you don't. That's the answer to that question.
Yeah, you get some lead seeds up and like you get to stay on the field forever. So like yeah, that's like tough there. Mimikyu.
This is one of those teams that I feel like you will scratch your head when it's over. You're like, what just happened?
Yeah, he has a lot of modes that could work, but like I wouldn't say there's like an S tier or even like an A tier. Like I'm gonna rely on this strategy and like I can win like every week with this type of strategy. Like I think he has to be pretty creative with the combination of mons that he brings every week. But like I could definitely see visions of like some mini modes that he can bring that are maybe not S tier ranked, but like he has a lot of like A and B ranked mini modes that he can bring.
Well, as much as we're saying how many modes he's got and how bulky this team is, I think one thing this team is going to struggle with is turn 1 offense.
Yes.
Like how are you going to come out and pressure me turn 1 aside from setting up? I'm not saying that's bad. It's just something that you have to. There are some weeks in prep where you're like, I cannot stop this team. I need to go all gas, no brakes. I need to be relentless on turn 1. This team doesn't exactly have that.
Yeah, that's a fair way to look at it. Yeah, because Palafin's not going to do that. King Gambit is like strong for sure.
Very vulnerable in the lead though.
But Ninetales not that strong. It could help you mitigate damage in the future. Mimikyu is not strong. Venusaur is fine. Yeah, and Crab needs Trick Room up for it to really do stuff. So
pre-Evo Palafin, like pre-mode or pre-form, whatever it is, we're looking at attack stats of 65, 48, 67, 104, 90, 95, 100, and then you have your Crab and your Gambit, right? But those are a little slower. So the priority's real. I will say that though. You do have the Iron Fist, what's it called? Mach Punch from the Crab.
Punch? Oh, or Egg Crab, yeah.
Yeah, that thing is actually really strong. I wanted to actually run an Anger Point set with like Side Frost Breath, and I just couldn't get it to be consistent enough. Because I found out that a +5, let's just say you're intimidated after your what's it called, Anger Point goes off, picks up Garchomp's.
That's crazy.
And I was like, let's try it. And then I just didn't really finish the team. So it was working though, but it was hard to get off, but it would have been fun. But you got the Fake Out Trick Room combo on the Meowstic as well, right? This is the Prankster version, not the competitive version. So it's not going to be mostly offensive on this team, but like you've got your weather. Like this team kind of really wants a bunch of different weathers. So, but
Yeah.
again, it's if this team kind of gets set up, you're in a bit of trouble, right? Like Leech Siege, Trick Room, Aurora Veil. You're pivoting the Palafin in and out, setting up. Yeah,
You
like
can fake Tears Jolteon into Ninetales, or even fake Tears Jolteon into side King Gammon and get Defiant boosts.
Sorry, say again.
Fake Tears Jolteon into King Gambit, and you get the attack boost from Defiant.
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. I wish it did.
Doesn't?
No, it's got to be from the other side of the field. You know what? I've actually seen Weedle Twin Needle use skill swap Magic Bounce
Ooh, okay.
to your opponent, and then I think it was like, what was it? It was the one with like the poison move that lowers a bunch of stats. So like the Dynamax Braviary with Defiant got like 6 boosts in one turn. I was like-
That's awesome.
So yeah, but shout out Weedle, super crazy team builder. But yeah, like I think this team, the name of the game is bulk, right? I do think the setup, if it gets going like an SD on a couple of different mons, a Calm Mind, Leech Seeds, stuff like that, it's you got to hit this team hard and fast, or else you're gonna lose this game before you know it.
Mm-hmm. But also, yeah, I guess you have Mega Venusaur, so you can like kind of sustain that turn 1 and like get stuff set up. And I guess Infernape is like decently fast for Fake Out. So yeah, I think it's as Jordy mentioned in the chat, like the top 5 plus bring whatever in your 6 slot. Like I think that seems like a pretty good team.
Yeah, I think the Mimikyu's probably the glue to this team. I think. Like I'm looking at it now. I think the Mimikyu kind of drives a lot of what this team wants to do. But
Guaranteed live a hit, go for Trick Room to set up the crab. But I mean, Joe is not even running Trick Room on his Mimikyu. It's just 3 attacks protect.
well, even Wisp, right? Wisp is another
Wisp.
thing that you can run just to take a hit, give a hit, right?
Yeah.
So I love it. This team's a little unorthodox, but at the same time, I can see the vision, and so can you. And you also know the player's history and stuff as well. So I think we wouldn't count this player out at all. So looking forward to seeing this one once again in action. But the last team, the last other end of the wheel, is Alex used Splash, and I think Alex is actually here now.
Yes. Perfect.
Alex, what is going on? How is the father's life?
Yes.
Hello, chaps. How are we?
We're doing good.
Oh,
I love to hear you talk.
Fantastic.
Can you just join me on my channel just to talk?
You know what? I've been told that my accent's very common for English. I found that quite offensive, but hey ho, it is what it is.
You sound like your IQ just from hearing you talk is like 140.
It's absolutely divide that by 10.
Love it.
If you
Well, you
watched my
wouldn't think
channel
that.
before, you know that.
You wouldn't think that by looking at your team here. Like, so you were the wheel pick. So what was your reaction, first of all, when you saw that you drew the wheel pick on the back end?
So to emphasize this, Jay, can I read something out? Okay.
What if I said
Right.
no? I'm kidding. Go ahead.
You're gonna do it anyway.
Right, this is a list, right? Okay. Sinister, Basculegion, Incineroar, Milotic, Sneasler, Aerodactyl, Mega Gengar,
I know
Mega
where he's
Manectric,
going with this.
Hisuian Zoroark, Corviknight, Mamoswine, Mega Hawlucha, Rotom Wash, Liepard, Mega Meganium, Meowstic, Espathra. Guess what all those Pokemon are?
Hold on. Can you just give me a second? I'm just going to pull up my world's smallest violin for a second while you finish this list.
It's just like the Poke Rap or something.
No, it's all the snipes.
So, my first pick, it was like, if I get Sinister first, I will be happy, right? So I was sat there the entire
for
time,
1.
waiting for Sinister, and then it was 2 picks before me, Sinister went. I was like, what do I... So the only Pokemon from my list of Pokemon that I wanted from the very get-go were Tinkaton and Politoed. Politoed because it was my kill captain from Series 1. I was like, I need to get Politoed at some point. And Tinkaton is Mold Breaker, Fake Out. Like,
I love
that's
Tinkaton.
amazing. Yeah. So when it got down to me the first time, I was like, I don't know what I want. I knew I wanted a Mega. And I was looking at people getting support, and I was like, what's a support Pokemon I can get straight away? And I saw Sableye, and I thought, yep, get Sableye. And then the rest of it, I
Fantastic
just
pick.
made up as I went along. Thank you. I think this looks better than my first go round.
Yeah, you definitely have some more options. If anybody missed the first time around, Alex, it was his first time doing draft, and with most people, what they do is they lean into a mode and they're like, well, here are all the things that I would want to support this mode, but finding out really quickly that people just counter or try to.
Yeah.
They know, we were talking about this at the beginning when you prep and draft, you forget that people are prepping also into you. So no, you done all right though.
Well, I did join a draft. I can't remember what the name of it was now, but it was in Scarlet and Violet. But I think it only ran for a few weeks, and then people just fell off. And I think I got going with like a few wins, and that was with like a predominant rain team. I had Polytoad on that team as well. And so I was like, when I got invited into this, I like panicked and was like, oh, I don't know what to draft. And I thought,
no one knew what to draft.
Well with rain. No,
we were all like, this is all new for everybody. We were all I don't know.
Yep.
So you look at the team now, right? That is the scramblings of a madman.
This looks like a bottom wheel pick for sure.
Hey, come on now, right? Let me.
No, it's
let me
not a
sell
bad
it to
thing.
you. No,
you got a bunch of duos.
I know what you mean.
Oh yeah.
I know what you mean. But I mean, like Greninja, right? Protean. I've got Vanillux there. I can Blizzard with that thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And with the Rotom and the Greninja, you get the double protein, right?
And Dragonite gets Blizzard as well.
Oh yeah, I see all the chances to freeze, and I'm not liking it. And I'm known to the freezing people, so I respect it.
And I'll tell you what, my favourite pick of all this was my last one, because I'm running Galarian
I am so
Slowbro.
mad. I am so mad that you picked this Pokemon, because I wanted it for my last pick. So I'm very mad you picked this, but continue.
I saw it and I was like, oh, this looks fun. And then when I was building my GC team, I was like, you know what? I picked Galarian Slowbro as my last pick. Let's give it a go. And this thing is KOing Archaludons with Focus Blast.
No, stop it.
One hit KO. And Quick Claw, Quick Draw. I'm hitting it first. Ain't doing nothing. That's a coin flip, baby. That's a coin flip.
And you win those over on your channel. You win those coin tosses.
You haven't watched my channel before, Jay.
Well, I know you run some fun stuff. If everybody, again, if you just want to hear a beautiful voice, just tune into his channel. And he plays Pokemon.
I do. A little bit of Pokemon here and there. But yeah, a lot of this is, I mean, like, my favorite Mega that I've used so far in Champions is Scovillain. And when I got to the end, I'm in an iron between Mega Scovillain and Mega Victory Bell, because I've used both of them, and I find them both to be quite good. But I wanted the fire type coverage just in case I didn't want to bring rain. So Scovillain kind of took, and also Mega Scovillain kind of forces people to prep into it, and I might not even want to bring it, but people might run special sets on Pokemon that aren't actually special just to avoid the burn, you know? Or it's going to force them to run a Lumberry, and then if I don't bring it, they've wasted an iron. So I just thought it was a smart pick for the end, because I only have to bring one Mega, and you kind of have to think about Scovillain. So,
well, I do think that Lumberry into your team with all the freezes, the Will-O-Wisps, I think we have another reason to run Lumberry. But no, I definitely agree with you there. Mega Scovillain, if you don't prep into it and know how to beat it, you're going to lose. And people have found that out on the ladder in tournaments already.
I mean, it's the Pokemon, it's on the team that I'm running most of the time that I'm like laddering when I'm not like recording. I'm always jumping back to the Scovillain team, and it's got me higher than I usually get on the ladder. I'm not really the best player. I just like to make entertaining stuff, but it's keeping me consistent at the moment.
Well, and hidden in all this, you get your Rage Powder as well, right? Which is really nice.
That was a big thing.
Yeah. Shout out Cleavor, by the way. I think Cleavor is a very underrated Pokemon.
Well, I just thought, you could stick a scarf on it, and then there's your Charizard answer.
Yep.
It gets Tailwind. I mean, Mega Dragonite, I could Tailwind with that, but I thought I wanted another Tailwind option, so Cleavor was there for that. I haven't really got much in line of Trick Room, I guess, but who needs Trick Room when you've got Quick Claw, Quick Draw?
That's going to activate every time.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I had a battle the other night where I activated 4 times in a row.
Nice.
I had one turn where Quick Claw and Quick Draw procced on the same turn. I didn't realise that could happen. but I got the
yes.
animation for Quick Draw and Quick Draw. I was quite happy about that.
Yeah, I have a Draft League singles video where I ran Belly Drum, Quick Claw, Quick Draw, Glaren's Low Bro, and got like 4 or 5 kills with it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Unless your opponent's just like, no, so bad.
Oh, of course. I think they were pretty mad about that. The Playmore team.
What is your answer for Rock Slide spam, Alex?
It's so what I've done is I've actually emailed Ilka personally,
Nice.
and I've said, hey guys, could you put Covert Cloak in the game for me? And they said, yeah, that's fine, bud. So by the time the DDL starts, I'll be the only person able to use Covert Cloak.
Ooh.
Yeah, you just
So,
gotta send
yeah.
your uncle an email that works at Game Freak and Ilka, right?
Little inside scoop for you there, or I can just double protect and then disable it.
Ooh.
Oh, hey yo, you shouldn't have
Yeah,
said
man.
that.
Yeah, you can't be saying this to us now.
The rock slide spammers next to like a anti-priority mold breaker fake out. Boom, done, dusted.
Dude, that's really, man, you were meant for Draft League, man. That's
Yes.
cool. I
Well,
love it.
Jay, you saw how I got last season. Like I progressively became more manic and more upset with myself that I was sucking so bad. So I've been trying to take it more serious.
Well, and I think this is
So-
going to be definitely a bounce back season for you. I think
Let's
you have a plan for your team. You have some obvious modes, you have some less obvious modes. So, and I think that your team is going to be hard to prep into. And we haven't really talked about the whole ass Mega Dragonite just chilling right there.
Oh yeah, just
Which is, I think all we mentioned so far was just Blizzard.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't used it yet, so I don't actually know what it does. But I saw it and I thought, you look cool and big ear wings. I'll take it.
Gen 1 kit, that's all you need to know.
Yeah, there we go.
So many moves.
It gets
I
the
got
love.
upset. I realised that Chen Pao wasn't in the game, like by pick 8, and I was like, oh, what am I doing with this Dragonite? But yeah, I'm gonna take a look. I'm gonna take a look at what I can do. I mean, that's why Politoad's there as well. You know, Hurricanes, and if I can get weather up with either Vanillux or Sableye runs weather as well. You know, these are the thoughts of a madman. Is what I'm saying. I'm just
Well, that
scrambling.
the Greninja looks really nice on this team. I think this one that is probably looking like your kill leader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've got plan. I mean, Greninja was put there for a couple of specific. I picked it when I saw what people were drafting, just because of all the coverage it gets, and with the Protean, like, I mean, it can sit next to someone like Pokemon and hit some stuff, and I don't really have to worry too much. I was quite happy with Greninja.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
speed
very
is a little
fast.
slow, so like it's nice to have something really fast like Greninja.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Lightning McQueen over there with that friggin' upside down helicopter thing, man. Like 142, that's bananas.
And Water Shuriken to get past Aerodactyl, which is faster. Dark
Hey.
Pulsar Pult.
There we go.
And you said you didn't have support building, Alex.
Well,
He didn't say that, I'm just saying that. But no, that's a fun team. The wheel pick is always tough when you're last, but I feel like you worked out okay. The Sableye, you have a lot of really nice support. A lot of Pokemon people kind of are afraid to pick, like Cleavor and the Mega Scovillain, and I think you're going to benefit from it, for sure.
thanks, mate. I feel better about this time.
I'm a professional
like
liar, so I'm...
You're facing me, so this is good. You're blazing me up to like then destroy me. This is your tactic, Mr. Mingles. I know your game.
It's funny. How can you know my game when I don't even know my game? But I always say this to
That's how
people
I
when someone will message me when we're prepping or something like that, and they're like, "I know what you're gonna do," and I'm like, "Joke's on you! I don't even know what I'm gonna do."
Yeah,
So-
5 minutes before the game, I don't know what I'm doing. So you know, how can anybody prep for me?
Exactly. It's you're your own worst enemy. So thank you for joining us. It's so much more fun when people join us talk about their teams as well. But you are the last one. Save the best for last. Best accent, best team, and best guy. So thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mr. Sprinkles. Bye. Bye,
Yes.
Chocolate. Bye.
Everything but my actual name. All right. Well, you met the players, everybody. You met the rosters, and I guess I'll just go to this last slide here just to kind of remind you of which teams we had. Hey, get all of these. These are all of their YouTube channels names. So I'll give you a second to actually go in and maybe go on YouTube and just kind of make notifications on and stuff like that, so you can follow each team, follow your favorites, follow the ones you don't know so much, and just enjoy the draft league action, because like I think everybody in the community has just been waiting for one to kick off, and I'm really happy that we're the ones to do it. Yeah, I've ignored the chat basically almost the whole time, so
There's been a lot of chatter and discussions about the different picks and stuff. It's cool to see what your opinions are.
for sure, even though they're all wrong and we're right.
Oh, of course. Lots of they said my team was good, and then I agree with those.
Hey, all I'm remembering tonight when I go to sleep is that Shuckle likes my team. That's all that matters to me. So
That's all that matters. There you go.
But hey, for everybody that stuck around for the whole stream, you are goated. Thank you so much for supporting. And Shuckle, thank you very much for joining me on this. This is so much easier when I get to talk to somebody. And somebody with the draft league experience that you do, which is a little bit different than mine. So I felt like we complemented each other pretty well. So thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for kind of making me do this, because I wasn't 100% sure on it. It's not like I didn't want to. It's more just like it wasn't my first idea to do it, and I'm really glad we did it.
Yeah, it's always a fun time to do the draft streams like this. So and it's good to do it with more than one person. You just get different perspectives, and maybe you catch things that the other person doesn't see. So or maybe you think a team is good, and maybe I think a team is bad, and we give our reasons. It's good to have multiple perspectives, and it's all a team collaborative effort to like have fun with playing Pokemon. So I hope you guys really enjoy this upcoming season.
For sure. And I don't know, keep the conversation going, guys. If you're not in the Discord yet, join the Discord, because we're going to be talking about this all season. And this is just my Discord. I'm sure the other players have Discords as well. And hey, if you guys are trying to do your own draft leagues as well, maybe take some inspiration from some of the teams and maybe learn from our mistakes as well, because we're definitely learning as we go as well. So can't wait to see what you guys all talk about and what teams you guys are putting together, and also what the other players are going to do. So I'm glad I'm getting to play in this and stuff like that. So, and thank you to all the players who are, I guess, oh, I just dropped one of my lighting. I just knocked it over.
Uh-oh.
I was stretching because I've been sitting for 3 hours. No, but thank you to all the players. Like, if you guys are playing and listening to this, thank you so much. This is going to be a lot of fun, and we're definitely going to enjoy ourselves in the process of this, and everyone's going to enjoy it. So I guess with that, Shuckle, any last words for the season?
No, I don't think so. Just make sure you go check out all the channels. I'm sure we'll talk about at least an initial schedule, right? So week 1 will go up. So all if there's any teams that want to talk about their drafts like in more depth, or maybe they want to reveal stuff that like we didn't see initially, then you should expect that within this next week. And then the week after that will be week 1 games.
Yeah, I guess the schedule, I didn't really mention that one. Yeah. So the promo week. And then I think we're just doing like a random upload schedule as well, based on who wants to upload when. But I think we're going to have the perspectives of both teams in the game are going to be uploading around the same time or the same day. I think that's what we're going to go for, but it won't be like a weekend release like we did. So we'll leave it kind of up to the players, because everybody has their own upload schedules. So, but I guess with that, so signing off, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, let's keep it going. Draft League's back, baby.
Yes.
Peace.
Later.